What's up, Girl Scouts? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Thank you for showing up for another WRC RC New Folks podcast, and we'll have our guest along right here shortly. Everybody, just come on in, have a seat. Don't take your shoes off; it's too hot. Y'all don't want to smell your feet. But everybody, come on in, say hi, and get ready. And we'll get ready right here in a second. Get your all's questions ready for Ken. We will take them throughout the show probably. So just there it went. Y'all see it? Granny, catch it. There it went. Daggone idea went right out of my head. Good day, mate. Ha ha, Granny, here was a good one. But we're going to bring Mr. Ken Pilchner on, Mr. ShopMini Rc, here in just a few, guys. What's up, Joker? How's it going, brother? We got 5 in the chat. We'll wait till a couple more people show up, and then we'll bring Ken on, and he's going to be in and out with us, guys. He's racing tonight, and he was nice enough to do the podcast anyway and show us a little bit of the stuff whenever he can, about what's going on and stuff. Yeah, that's what I thought, Granny. It was better than usual. I thought so. Thank you for the good rating. I appreciate that. But they do a lot of the 1/18th and stuff like that. The mini Z's. Yeah, that's what it is. Mini Z's. And F1s and stuff. He just showed me one car, man. It ain't no way I can work on that thing. I could drive it probably. Well, no. We all know how it is with my driving performance abilities and my driving performance car abilities. No bueno. No good at it. But I'm learning. And this one-hand driving stuff and filming, I still can't get. I'm just going to have to start using my mount that I've got for my transmitter, or get me a head mount or a chest mount or something, because I can't even drive a crawler one-handed, y'all. My thumb's too short. I even made me a redneck engineered thumb steer for the Hosum transmitter and can't do it. So, Well, guys, I'll tell you what, I'm going to quit bugging y'all and talking your ear off. I'm going to bring Mr. Ken on, and we'll have him for a minute till he's got to get ready for his racing. And Mr. Ken, ShopMini Rc, what's up?
What's up, chat?
Hey,
what's up,
man, what's going on? Thank you for coming on to the podcast.
Mr. McCracken.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for coming on and taking some of your racing time tonight and talking to our guests and stuff. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week with nationals last week and but I need to get out and do something leisurely. But,
dude, you did a good job setting them gates. Those gates was tough, but they were doable.
Yeah.
And that's something that a lot of people don't understand about setting gates. When you're setting them for certain classes, you've got to make them to where they're going to be able to. That class got to be able to get through it at least, or close.
And the whole time we're thinking it's nationals too, though, so they need to be difficult. They can't be too easy.
Oh yeah, you can't have no easy pie.
Exactly. So it was rough. We spent probably 3, almost 4 hours setting gates.
Dude, I'm telling you what, my buddy Tony and Ryan and April, Tony's wife, was up there. I think Benny was up there too. I can't remember who all was up there from down here, but there was a bunch of guys went up, and
right.
They I think somebody brought one trophy home for no, they didn't. Nobody got any trophies. There was a bunch of guys won stuff up there. I know that y'all had all kind of giveaways and stuff.
Dude, every single, there were almost 100 drivers. There was like 60, I think 60 to 70. Every single driver got basically their ticket value, like however much they spent to enter all the different classes. They got that much in value. So everybody pretty much got free stuff, like just tons of free stuff. It was crazy.
That's awesome, man.
There was over almost $7,000 worth of sponsorship prizes.
Dude, I saw all the daggone, banners and stuff, and I was like, wow, man, that's awesome, Now, up there in Pittsburgh next month, what's that deal? Is that another championship type deal, or is that like a state championship? Or
yeah, I'm not sure. A lot of people like to call their events national championships.
Right.
But there are no true feeder most national championships have a feeder event, basically where you have a state level. Right. State levels qualify for nationals.
Right.
We didn't even do that this year for RCMCCA. But the plan is to do that because we want feeder events to try to get people either plane tickets. Like if you win a state championship, I think, and again, this all comes down to sponsorships and how much money
Right.
we can raise to do this. But I think if you qualify in a state championship, you should get a plane ticket out to nationals.
But yeah, it seems like especially depending on it being nationals and RC, the association getting to be bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah, as it
Seems like
grows and
something
as
that ought to be
we
able
have a
to be done here pretty soon.
yeah,
Uh,
as long as we keep getting the sponsorships and the entries, we should be able to do that at some point. Again, next year, we're probably going to move nationals to the Midwest or the West Coast, and we're going to
right,
bounce
because
around.
we've been doing them on the east here a little bit, pretty much, haven't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. So this one was east. It was in Maryland. Next one, maybe in Arizona or California or Utah. We're not sure yet. We haven't
I'll
started
tell
talking
you
about it yet.
what, man, I was stuck in Phoenix, Arizona from a week before May 1st to my birthday, which is on May 7th. Went down and moved my daughter back up here, and we got to leaving, and the daggone truck blew up on us 2 hours away from Phoenix.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. And
That
then,
sucks.
luckily, she worked for a tow company,
Yeah.
and she called them, and it took, like, 4, 5, 6 hours for them to get the tow truck up there, but they got the tow truck up there. They brought it back to the shop,
Yeah.
figured that she blowed it up, and it is what it is. But we ended up getting oh shoot, Yukon Denali, rented
Sure.
it and drove home. I'll tell you what, my daughter is one tough bitch. She drove 36 hours straight, dude.
That is a drive.
We stopped at RC Homesteaders, Steve Snyder's, on the
Okay.
way back, and I let her get about 45 minutes worth of sleep right
Yeah.
there, as much as she could, with the baby and the three dogs in the truck. But
Sure. Sure.
we had a good time. Now,
Yeah. That's a hell of a drive.
how do you all do your comps whenever you do them? Because I'm not familiar hardly at all with different rules and stuff of what associations have comps. Do you all have like same course and do like 3 runs, take the best out of one, or?
Yeah, so I mean, the comp rules, they're all up on rcncca.org. So if you go to that website, there's all the rules for classes and for the actual running of the comp rules. And then there's also, so there's 3 different rule sets, right? You have your class rule set that tells you how to build your trucks and what
Uh-huh.
class those trucks belong in, class 1, 2, 3, hard body, things of that
Right.
nature. Those are what we really want to establish as the rule set, right? Because we don't want people to build a class 1 truck in Virginia and then go fly out to California for an event and it's not legal.
Exactly. I
So
understand that. Yeah.
that we call it homogenization. So we want to homogenize all the different rule sets from all the different places and try to get all the clubs and other rules to use our class rules at least. Now, and then you have the course running rules, which is like, do you count reverses? How many gate points? Different things of that nature. Like what's a winch cost, a self winch, those different rules are course running rules. And those we are a little bit more liberal with because we allow clubs to run the rules a little bit however they want, right? Like if your
Right.
club doesn't want to run reverse penalties, you don't have to run reverse penalties, right? So
Right. Yeah.
that's less important. Now, when you go to a national level event, like
You
we
got to
just
stick by
had,
the rules.
you're
Right.
sticking per the national or the MCCA rules. And then the third rule set is how you run an event, right? So that's like how many courses have to be set up, right? It's not the
Gotcha.
run rules, it's the event rules. So
Gotcha.
do you
Okay.
have one course everybody runs 3 times? Do you have one course that everybody runs one, or 3 courses that everybody runs one each? Do you have 4 courses? Do you have, how much time does each course have? 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes? So all
Okay.
those, that's how you run the event. That's another set of rules.
Right.
So that kind of stuff, again, that depends local. Like your local guys, maybe you guys only want to run one course and you want 8 minutes for that course because it's a long course, or you want to run 6 courses all for class 1 and you run them at 3 minutes each. They're just little short 5
Yeah.
gate
Little short
courses or
cases.
something weird
Yeah.
like that, right? So you can kind of run it however you want. The thing that I care about most, and that I think most people should try to adopt, are the class rules. That's what I want. I want everybody
Right.
to be able to build their trucks to the same class spec.
Right. And
Right.
you can work on the rest of the stuff, and
Whatever your local dudes
as
want.
long as you get to nationals, and your nationals are all the same for, directly straight down your rule list,
Yep.
then everybody's
Everybody's on the same page.
ready for it. Now, what was the website you said that the rules were on again?
It's the rcmcca.org website.
Okay. Granny, would you pull that up and put that in the chat if you
What's
don't
up,
mind,
Max
or somebody?
Paul? What's up, Granny? What's up, Joker? Didn't say hi to you guys. Thanks for
Yeah, we
hanging
got
out.
7 in the chat as of right now. We got a couple of them lurking, but you know that always happens because you got people watching on TV and stuff. And that's the thing. Whenever I watch RC stuff for just entertainment, I watch it on my TV, and that's the reason that I can't comment on a whole lot of stuff. But
Right.
whenever I'm researching stuff, I've got it on my TV, I got it on my phone, and I got it on my computer because you know, I'm
All
trying to
over.
get
Yeah.
stuff stick in the squishy stuff behind my eyes. You know what I mean? I'll tell you,
Totally get it.
how do you come up with so much resource material for this? I mean, my gosh, dude.
So whenever I come across something, so the whole reason I started the channel was to document what I learned as I learned it. That was
That's
and to help people. Like that
yeah,
was the whole point. Was like if I learn something, I want to share that. So it's funny because I end up referencing my own videos a lot because in the moment, like as an example, say a new FMS truck comes out, new FCX 10 or FCX 18, FCX 24, whatever,
right,
and I'm trying to figure out how to use the new features of the new remote, of the version 2 remote. It's got rear steer mixing and all these things. I don't know how to do it. I got to research it. So I research it, show it in the video, and then it's funny. I just kind of forget it. And then like later on, if I ever need it, I can always go back and reference my own video,
right.
figure out how to set rear steer on a FMS stock truck, things of that nature. So it's funny. My resources, I use them myself to find information that I may have forgotten, but it's hard to remember all the different nuanced details of stuff. So I'm constantly just looking it up and then
Right.
talking about it on video. And that's kind of what makes it hard to make longer form videos where you're trying to detail. Now, some of it becomes obvious, like, always phase your drive shaft, make sure
Right.
you do all these little tips and tricks are just ingrained over time. But when it comes down to like specific details of a specific model, I got to do it in the moment. Like I don't remember how many gears are in an FCX transmission. I have no
Well,
idea. Like I only know it when I take it apart and I show it and I'm like, there's 6 gears in this transmission. And but if you ask me right now, I have no idea.
that's a
So
great segue into my next question. How many Facebook groups do you actually run, dude? Because I'll tell you what. All right, here it is, guys. Me and this man right here had a very rocky relationship whenever we started because I did something that I didn't realize what group I was on. You wasn't supposed to be doing video comments and stuff. And Ken said, "Well, I don't like it, so I don't care." I didn't realize that he was a dude to run the dang page. If I would have, I'd have probably shut the
yeah,
hell up. But
I have
I'm an ass, so I'll go ahead and admit
I have a
it.
lot. I probably have around 30 to 40 different Facebook groups with a cumulative of around 500,000 members if you
Wow.
added them all together. Now,
Wow,
they're
that's a
not
lot of
all
work, too.
RC. I do have some other groups that are not like one of my biggest groups is a gaming group. It's a card game called Magic
Oh,
the
okay.
Gathering. There's 100,000 people in that group. So that's a
Wow.
huge chunk of,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Man.
but yeah, like I have the TRX 4M group, the Red Cat SA18 group, the 32 group, the SCX 30 group, SCX 24, Creepy Crawlers, Mods and Fun. I mean, I have tons and tons of groups.
Yeah, dude.
So
And I mean, I was looking, I was like, oh my God. Because I'd be
yeah,
going looking at a group because I'd be getting ready to research a car or get the car or something. I'd be like, my Lord, how's this man even sleep? And then, I don't sleep hardly anyway because
I don't sleep
I'm
that
the poster
much.
child for attention deficit disorder, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
previously having a methamphetamine problem, that sort of it sort of screwed my sleep all up. But and I'm up
Yeah.
all the time. And I'm like, my Lord, what time's this guy work? Go to work? What time's he sleep? I mean, gee, man,
Well, so we were talking about it before we started the stream. My day job is I'm a project manager for an internet retail company. I deal with the IT side of things, and we have programmers and some employees that are overseas.
right. So
So
you
like
got to do different
I
times.
gotta I gotta deal with them at 2 or 3 in the morning because that's their work day. So sometimes I'm up super. Sometimes up till 4 in the morning. Also dealing a lot with just the different manufacturers. Working with
Oh yeah,
Ameritech a lot. Working with Hobby Plus and FMS. Those are Chinese. Well,
right.
Feartech's not. Feartech's Vietnamese, but FMS and Hobby Plus, those are Chinese companies. So if I'm trying to talk to them or Mias, right? Like I talk to Mias a lot, and I talk to the owner of Mias, and he's up at 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning our time. So my sleep schedule gets all whack. What's up, Mr. Rock Wolf? Jim is in.
Yeah,
I
Jim
saw a
Earl just showed
question.
up. I threw the chat in the link, Jimbo, if you want to jump on. Earl, if you want to. I appreciate it. Earl's been with my channel ever since I started. So's Jim. All these guys here, man. Skev took me under. Skev sliding sideways. It's his fault I started this stuff. I was watching his channel one day.
Yeah.
He was alive over at the crack shot over Jason's. and let me on his daggone live, and I got hooked. You know. Hey,
Hey,
Jason.
Joker,
What's
just to
up,
answer your
guys?
question, as far as I know, the 32 V2 is the same wheel hex as the V1 32.
That's cool. Now Joker did have a question, and it was actually the question I was going to ask before about the Facebook groups. I love your music. How do you do your music? Do you use AI any at all? Do you? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I have to use AI for some of it, but it's more than just a lot of people try to use AI for music and it does not come out very good. And I
It does.
kind of pride myself on trying to have decent music. It depends on how much time I have, honestly, on how much effort I put in. But usually I use multiple tools to make the music. So I'm not just using AI to generate music.
Right.
I write a lot of the lyrics, or
Yeah.
if I
I
do
was going
use
to say
AI,
that wasn't AI lyrics on them. Some of them, on most of that stuff I heard.
yeah,
I was like,
I
nah,
spend a lot of
ain't no
time
AI
writing.
coming up with that.
I spend a lot of time writing or rewriting the lyrics if I get just an idea. Sometimes I'll have
Yeah.
AI.
Just get you just a point, a start off point. You know.
Yeah, sometimes I'll have it spit out some lyric ideas for me, and then I'll go through and I'll rewrite the stuff so that it actually doesn't sound too cheesy. Some of it I'm okay with it being cheesy, and I actually try to make it cheesy
Yeah.
sometimes
Oh
because
yeah.
it's fun. But some of it, like I have a lot of music that I've made using AI that's not even RC music, and you would never know. I mean,
Right.
it's because all the lyrics are written. When I was younger, I was in a band. I'm sure everybody was in a band at some point, but like, I
I
was
was, but
I wrote a lot.
I
I did a
sort of
lot of the
was.
writing,
I
and
sort of
so
was. I'm a
I've
sound
used
engineer.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've used that to kind of do some of the RC stuff. But I use multiple tools.
Man,
Sometimes I'll
these
run
are
it through Pro
sweet.
Tools to edit the song. Sometimes I'll chop the songs up a little and just modify them so that they're a little bit more professional sounding. But yeah, I do put a lot of time and effort into the music. I know it's not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. I do it for me because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
part's fun for me. When I shoot an hour and a half long over the top video and I've got to edit it for 4 hours. My favorite part is editing the
Just on the
five
music.
minute music video that I do in there because
Yep.
it's fun to edit and it's fun to make the music. So
Yep.
that's why I do it. It's for me. I don't care if anybody else likes it.
You use
And
virtual
everybody's so
DJ or
subjective
odds?
on genres. Everybody's so subjective on the genre they like. Some of them are hard metal, some of them are country, some of them are
Oh
rap,
yeah.
some of them are fusion hybrids of
See,
all of it. And if
I
you don't
go
like it,
from
just skip.
classical
I don't care.
all the
Like move
way
on.
up to whatever. You know, it
Yeah,
as
I
long
like
as
all
it's
music, dude. I like
except
all
this
music.
new mumble rap crap. I
Nope.
can't do it.
Oh no, I don't.
Bu- bu-
You
bu-
got to
bu-
be
bu-
able to
bu- bu-
understand the
bu- bu-
lyrics. If I'm gonna write the lyrics, you got to understand them.
Well, and
Yeah.
you have to change the pitch and tone of your voice to be able to sound like you're at least a musician. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
your sound software, do you use like virtual DJ or odds or what do
You
you
use
use?
Pro. You can use Pro Tools.
Pro Tools? Okay.
I mean, and there's a lot of other ones. Either Fruity
Check
Loops if you
out
want to make
Virtual
beats.
DJ. Virtual DJ is
How much
real
the
good
F1?
system.
4,500.
F1.
Thank you. Sorry, guys.
But
Signing up for the class.
anytime you got to bounce off, man, just go ahead. And even if I'm talking, just go right on. I don't care. I never shut up anyway. I want to see what the hell Earl's showing us right here because he's got some in purple V3s. Let me see in maximum.
There's the rear
Thank
axle
you.
comes with a diff slider and everything on there.
Is
Dang,
that the nines?
Yeah,
Those are real wide.
those are
yeah.
wow. What? How far are those from the wheel seat where it sets up against the hex to where it goes up against the hex? Total, you know.
The total width.
I think it was 100. What was the total width? I forget what it says.
I can't remember what. Shit. Where'd you go? No, there you are. See if I,
103 millimeters, I think.
okay. All right.
Damn.
Let's
Yeah, I was gonna
see.
say because I've got the V2s and they're I can't remember which ones these are actually.
So from hex to hex, I'm getting like almost from outer hex to outer hex is 106.
Hey, that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild right there. Hi, Miss Donna. How are you? We got Miss Donna in the chat.
Here's the front axle.
Now, I'm going to ask you and Ken both because you have them right there in your hand. Ken might have a little bit of information there.
Stock's
What's the
like
difference
87.
between the V2s and the V3s on the fronts? Anything? that you can tell Earl?
The V2s, I think the rear axle is narrower than the front
Hi, Donna.
axle. On the V3s, they're both the same.
No, they're the same on the V2s.
Okay.
Yep, because I'm sitting here looking at
Well,
Conundrum, and they're the
I
same. It's
haven't
the same
gotten
milk
a
rate.
set of V3s yet, so I don't know the difference, honestly.
Right.
Does the
well, I
website
was
not say?
looking.
What's that, Ken?
What's that,
Does the
Ken?
website not say the difference between the V2s and the V3s?
It's yeah. I thought
Probably
it
does. I
said
just couldn't
that.
remember. I just figured.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it, so I don't remember. I haven't gotten a set of V3s yet, but I need to get a set of those nines, those plus nines there. Did you guys, speaking of really wide, did you guys see the Super that was at Nationals? The Nerd RC using the Hard Park MOA
Yep.
Axle Super. It was
I
like
just
this big. The wheels were like that. It was a 24 scale Super. It was
I saw just
awesome.
glimpses of it. I don't. Who had it? Did you say Hard Park or Nerd?
So it was a Nerd RC chassis. It was purple. It was done by RC Crawler Queen,
Okay.
or Crawl Queen RC, and she used Nerd RC chassis and then the Hard Park extra wide MOAs. And then she had like
Nice.
2.2 inch wheels or something on it. Big wheels. Yeah, it was
Dang. I mean
nuts. Was not a scale rig. I mean, that's
no. I mean,
it's straight
No,
hard
that's
line.
more like 10th scale
yeah,
It was almost. I mean, it was the size of a 10 scale trail rig for sure.
by
yeah.
the sounds of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you compare it to a 20, I show it in my video. If you compare it to a real super, like a real super is like a 6 scale.
Yeah.
So even that 24 scale super was small compared to a real
Compared to
super.
my
A
real
real
super,
super's
yeah.
wheels are like this, dude.
Yeah, they got like 10 or 11-inch tires or 12-inch tires.
They're
on
nuts. It's
on
like
the
it's like a
wheels.
dinner plate sized wheel on a real
Oh,
super.
but man, you can take them things and do some wicked
They'll
shit.
they'll go straight up a wall. It's
Yeah,
wild.
that's fucked up.
Yeah. Now,
Mia's only gave me one fucking
wheel nut. Oh,
no,
steering bushing.
X?
Whatever.
one fucking bushing. There's only
Oh,
one in the whole package.
The ball joint?
Yeah.
Yeah, only one pivot ball.
Are they not already pressed into some of the other link ends?
No, I got this for the steering for the axle.
Yeah. For the drag link or
There
whatever.
should be
It
two.
is.
Yeah.
There should be two regular ball joints and one double ball joint potentially.
Okay. Yeah, should be the double one should be in here. Oh yeah, for the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Yeah,
I
you got
forgot
the
about
double
that,
for
Ken.
where it hooks up to the
Yeah, here
seat
it
up
is.
there. Yeah.
Yep, there it is. I
So
didn't
this
see
is
it
one
in
of the.
there.
This is what we're racing tonight.
I was getting ready to ask you to show that.
ooh,
That's
that's
what I was talking about right
cool.
there. That is pretty.
That's pretty
I mean,
slick.
Damn.
dude, there's all kinds of different daggone setups you can put on that, adjustments and stuff, isn't there?
I mean, it's like a full blown race car. You can
That's
adjust
what I was looking at when you showed me a while ago. I was like, oh my God.
every part of it. I mean, it's got the same stuff a 10 scale would have, except it's just smaller.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dude,
They're
there ain't
nuts.
no way I could work on it. I could probably work on that one, but nah.
The screws are small. I mean, if you can work on an SCX 30, you can definitely work on these. But they're a
That's
little
why I
harder than a
traded that
24.
one off I showed you. I can't do it.
Right, right.
I don't have any problem with the 30s, but the problem with those things is I can't see that fast.
That's
Yeah,
that's my problem
they
too.
move.
I
They
just
move for
can't.
sure.
I can't see that fast. It's like, wait a minute, what?
Yep. I got you. Yeah, I know what you mean. All right, looky here. Now, where are
Everybody
you
else would be
located at right now,
reacting to my
Ken?
crash, and I wouldn't even know I crashed yet.
Yeah,
We
turn your
are
volume
in
down a little bit, Nate.
Okay.
Lakewood, Colorado. Place is called
Okay.
5280.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was Colorado or where you were at.
Yeah, we're in Colorado.
How's that, Earl? Is that better?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Thank you. What up,
Yep.
old man? OGRC up in here.
What
That
up, OG?
is wild.
That track is so sweet, man.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
Earl,
fun.
Oh,
So
gee.
sometimes,
set the monster bug up and go running over there.
depending on the week, we'll run the track either this
Everybody?
way or
Yeah.
we'll run the track
Okay.
between these two poles and do a bigger track. It
He's
depends on the
nuts.
week.
What's up, nuts?
these nuts was up. Dang, dude, that is cool.
And
My,
then we'll run on the driver's stand up there if we run the track
yeah,
between the two poles. So when the track, this is a big carpet track. And when the carpet track is set up for off road, we got these big ass jumps out here.
yeah,
Then we set up the mini Z track every Friday over there. So they'll do 2 weeks of off road, and then they'll do 2 weeks of on road. And when
I
it's
got
on
you.
road, there's no jumps. They hang the jumps up on the wall back there. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
we can do the 10 scale track or the mini Z track between the poles
Oh
and use
man,
we use the thing up
Dang.
there.
Yeah.
I was
What's
looking
up,
forward to that F1 coming off that ramp.
Hey, I
Right,
sort of was too,
right.
Jim.
It's
I was
funny.
like,
So we
man,
used
that's
to
gonna
set
be
up the track in the
cool.
middle. Sometimes when a car would go off the mini Z track, they would drive it up the ramp to get it back onto the track.
Right, right.
It's pretty funny.
Now, from the Mini Z to the 1RCs, there's a whole big difference, right?
Yes, huge
Because
difference.
the 1RCs only have like 2 motors you can run in them and stuff and
Correct.
such, right?
So the main difference is the 1RC oval track stuff is 18 scale. So it's a little bit larger. And even their 24 scale is larger than these, but it's all one manufacturer. Everything is 1RC. So you have to run
Okay.
everything 1RC. They're all basically stock cars with only a change in the motor or
Right.
a couple other minor things, but they're all the same manufacturer.
Right.
Whereas in 128 scale, I mean, we have every single one of these cars is a different manufacturer. You know,
Yeah.
there's just tons of different manufacturers that all make these different
What's up,
cars.
Brian? Peep show in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
I'll
the
always
big
watch,
difference.
yeah, I always watch, oh, shoot.
Ah,
I can't
damn it.
daggone name, and I know it just saved my own. What's his name? It's got the big 1RC dealership down there in Texas. Mark Santa Maria. Yeah. I watched
He does
Mark.
mostly mini
He was
Z.
talking about a bunch of the 1RC and the mini Zs and stuff.
Yeah,
where-
he does mostly 28 scale mini Z, which is what we're doing tonight.
Right.
But he does a lot of box stock stuff. So it's Kyosho.
All right.
The
So
nice
yeah,
thing
I
about
thought
Kyo-
his mostly were Kyosho
Yep.
that he liked. Let's put it that way.
Well, so the Kyosho box stocks are good because they get new people in. They use AAA batteries. They don't use LiPo.
Yep.
So it's a little bit safer for kids and for people
And-
that are new to RC. They don't have to worry about blowing up a LiPo.
do they keep it pretty affordable, Kyosho to get into and do with the box stock?
Yeah. For box stock, it's not too bad. I mean, a brand new Kyosho Mini Z is something like this. They're hard body, right? They're not Lexan, or this. These run new $200.
Okay.
So
Okay.
$200, but it is a little toy grade, right? It's a brushed motor. It
Right.
uses AAA batteries. It's not a separate servo like we're used to for crawlers or for the high end stuff. It's all built
Right,
into
right.
the chassis. So it's kind of toy grade, but what's really cool is the bodies are super scale. They look
Yeah,
really good.
I mean, beautiful.
They're amazing. So that really kind of attracts a lot of new people usually is the cool
Right.
scale body.
Right.
But then after that, once you're done with box stock, it's hard to upgrade these to high performance cars like these, you know, like this is a straight up pan chassis
Oh
car.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
You know, so it's like the difference between a totally box stock SCX 24 and a hard park build or a Profit Designs build or
a mofo build.
a mofo build. Yeah, like like if it's 100% mofo, like that's a totally different truck than a box stock
Right.
SCX
Yeah.
24, right?
Wait,
Yeah.
like that Stingray.
That's
Yeah,
exactly.
dude, like this. Yeah, exactly. The Stingray. I mean, so that's equivalent. Like this is a box stock. This is a Stingray.
Yeah.
Right. Like they're very different, but they're also very different in price. You build out a Stingray, it's about $800, anywhere between $600 to $800 for a built-out Stingray using all the mofo parts, whereas a box stock is $100. Right. So
Yeah.
I got an update from Nick on the Stingray. I just talked to him like a couple hours ago, and he's got enough of the plastic to print 50 more Stingray kits, and that's it. And then he's got to wait till he can get new stuff in. Manufacturers waiting on stuff, so
yeah.
he can't get anything till they get stuff. So
Well, I'm supposed to be
talking
having one
like
on the way
3
because
weeks.
I was going to do a full build for everybody so they can see how to build them. But he does have an awesome interactive build guide.
I was
Dude,
getting ready to ask about that, dude.
So
Right
awesome.
after my Mofo Monday, where I filled in for Jim, Nick had messaged me and said, "Sorry, man, I was getting ready to jump on, and you already jumped off there." And he started showing me that. I was like, "Oh my god!" I almost said, "Did Ken help you do that?" I didn't want to mess with him right there.
It's pretty awesome, though.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Yeah,
got that guy working for him now that's really kicking ass with all
Yeah.
I
the
mean, that's how you have to
multimedia and
grow.
stuff. So
It's hard for small companies like that to learn how to scale. It's hard because a lot of these guys do it because that's what they're good at, right? They're good at doing designing
Yeah,
chassis.
cash.
Mofo's good at building things, right? But he's not necessarily good at other aspects of the business that would help him grow. So you
Yeah.
got to bring on
Right.
people that do what you don't do. That way you
Yep.
can
Right.
grow. So I'm glad he brought on some
You
people to do
bring
that kind
on
of stuff.
people that
He
are
finally found the
stronger
right guys.
at your
Yeah.
weaknesses
Yeah,
than you are,
100%.
and you know.
Oh, dude, I mean, I can't talk about it, but it's just, let's just to say we should all be really happy for Mofo and the way things are going, and those guys that have come on, and things are going really great for him. And
It's
I
awesome
can't
to see that
elaborate, but
it's American company, right? Like it's a Texas American company. I'm
Well-
all about supporting American. I mean, we all use a lot of Chinese stuff because
Oh yeah,
that's the
I mean,
nature
we're
of the
RC
hobby.
guys.
I mean, that's the nature of the hobby, right? But seeing him be successsul as a strictly American company using very little overseas stuff.
Yep.
And when he started, he used a lot of overseas stuff, but
But
now
Right.
he's moving towards what he's doing. I mean,
Right.
you
that's
do
so
what you got to
awesome.
do to get started and get up there, and then
So
perfect
awesome
it
to
as
see.
you're coming up. And that's the way you grow a business. I do know that. And Nick is doing it. I love Nick and the way he's doing his stuff, man. Because I love seeing somebody do good, go from small and keep growing and do it
Well,
consistent.
it's hard, especially for Nick. Nick's a great guy, and to be
What's
a
up, CK4?
businessman and a great guy at the same time is not really compatible. But
It's
yet
not,
he
but-
refuses to give in to that, and he just keeps being a great guy, and it's still working, and it's working better than ever. And man,
Yeah, he's just got to keep
ahead.
focus, and he's got to keep innovating, and he's got to keep producing, and
Yep.
keep bringing on people when he can that can do what
There's
he
a link.
can't do to grow the brand in general,
Right.
Yeah,
and to do it professionally. Right, that's the important part. Is you want to maintain professionality.
The other
much
thing
as-
Well,
is
he's got that right
the
team right
best
now.
customer service out of anybody in the market right now. Because
Yeah.
he's even helped me fix problems with other people's stuff. You know what I mean? That's customer
He's
service.
always had the best customer
Yeah.
service.
Yeah.
Always had the
Like
best
I said,
customer
he's a
Hey,
service,
great
Chad,
hands
got
guy.
through
down.
the link in the chat, bud, if you want to jump on.
Like I said, Nick's
So,
just a
the
great
very
guy. And it's
first-
tough to be a great guy and run a successful
The
business.
very first Mofo item I bought was a Torque Beast, if I remember right, one of the early motors, Torque Beast motors, and it got to me and it fried my ESC, a stock ESC. It fried it. And I messaged him and I was like, bro, what's going on here? I thought maybe I did something wrong. And he's like, don't worry about it. I'll send you out a new motor and a new ESC. Like he sent it out and he just covered it. And I was like, at that moment, I was like, I think he won me over. I don't care what happened with this. He literally is sending me, and he ended up, I think he sent two motors. He sent a Torque Beast and then one that was like a less windings. He's just in
Buzzsaw.
case.
Yeah,
Yep.
buzzsaw.
Yep, the
My very
buzzsaw.
first
Oh no,
experience.
that's what it was. I'm sorry, I take it back. The first one motor was the buzzsaw. Then that's either way. My point is, that something bad happened. I had a really sour taste in my mouth because it was my first purchase from Mofo. And then I reached out and he was absolutely amazing. And I cannot imagine the number of people he has to deal with that don't know what they're doing, that do something and fry it, and he just tries to help them, even though it had nothing to do with being his fault.
Exactly.
And he still does it, which is amazing.
He has put countless hours into that.
My first
Countless
experience
hours.
with
And the
Nick,
people
I
who
was-
didn't know, and they would come in screaming and they walked away buying stuff because Nick's that good of a guy, man. He puts the time in. He makes good products, and he
Yes, he
stands
does.
by it. And if there's
And that's
something
like-
wrong, he'll make it right.
Yeah, my first time ordering from Mofo, I had a similar experience. I didn't understand that whenever I ordered the transmission case that I needed to order the motor mount and this, that, and the other. And at the time, his descriptions on some of his products were a little wonky, at least for me to read. And I called, sent him a message, and then I called him. I called Mofo. That's what it was. And he got on there. I said, "Man, what the heck?" I said, "Did I do something wrong or something?" He was like, "No, brother." He said, "You probably misread the listing wrong." He said, "You know what?" He said, "I got one laying right here on the table." He said, "I'll throw it in your next order." And I said, "I appreciate that. Matter of fact, just go ahead and let me have a torque beast 50 motor, and he said, "Well," he said, "I'll tell you what, I'll throw a torque beast X in there with it, just for having, for you having a problem, And I was like, "Well, man, I appreciate that. It was awesome stuff." And
Oh, he's got all new programming for the Rock Wolf too. He's got all new programming coming up for the Rock
for the
Wolf to
Rock
make
Wolf,
your
okay.
Rock Wolves all brand new. They're going to power everything better. It's all new programming. It's all customized to that board, to his specific board and everything.
Now the Rock Wolf is still an AM 32, right? Yeah, it's not the Escape 32 is the other one. The
Reaper is
yeah.
the Escape yeah.
He's running tonight.
Yeah, I'm running some cars tonight. I was just showing them the track earlier, right before you got in.
Yeah, that's
some
wild.
F1. I got 2 different F1s. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to run. And then I'm running a prototype car, which I can't talk about too much.
Right.
But it's a prototype that's going to be a very budget-friendly, ready-to-run, lipo, brushless car that's going to be competitive, but it's going to be an RTR. So anybody could just go buy it and run it in the competitive classes, which will be awesome.
Oh,
We've been working on it for
excellent.
3 years. 3 years to get this thing to come to production. It should be ready by hopefully November. I'll give it a late one, maybe October. but probably
Thanks for
November.
your efforts, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's
Heck yeah.
Hey,
Thank
a
you.
lot. Sometimes dreams take a while to come through fruition. Now,
yeah, I mean, I've done a lot with a lot of different manufacturers, not just the Mini Z. We've
That's
done it
really
with
cool, man.
We've done it with the crawlers too. So there's some manufacturers out there that we've worked heavily with to get some cool crawler stuff out. Some of those early Mias axle changes, those had to do with me. A lot of Hobby Plus stuff that we've worked on, and even some FMS feedback that's
right.
helped us produce some good stuff.
We were talking
those of
earlier
you
about
out-
different manufacturers and stuff. Where's Host located? Are they in China?
Who?
Host RC, one of the budgets. They're like Banggood, DRC,
We
JJRC.
can't hear right now.
It will.
Yeah, JJRC is China.
A little stuff like
Yeah.
this.
FMS,
Oh.
Hobby Plus, JJRC, they're all China.
Yeah, well, the reason I was like wondering about Hosum.
Box stock.
Oh, Hosum is China too.
Super
Okay,
stock.
yeah. I just got a truck to review for them the other day, the XO5, the little brush one from last year,
Yeah.
2 years ago, come out.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what,
That order is
to me, it seems
box
like
stock,
that is a good,
super stock,
very good starter car for a
F1,
kid. My
3,500
grandson's 4 years old. He's been driving these little toy grade RCs, and just it's pedal straight, and then he turns after he runs into something. Well, I put him on this, and he's learning because it's proportional. You can give it a little bit of gas if you want, or a little bit more, and you can turn just a little bit or a little bit farther. And I think that is a very important thing when you're teaching kids, because if you've just got that, they can't learn the nuances of driving an RC, because you're totally unhooked from a car. You put them in a car, they can learn real quick, as long as they was able to reach pedals. At least my kids did. But, and the plastics are awesome. They're real, as Evan says, they're real bendy.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember how he put
Oh,
it now.
it's really good, buddy.
The only part on it that I do not like very much is the front bumper. It's hard as a dang rock, and I'm afraid it's
That's a
break.
weird one to make hard plastic, right?
Yeah.
CK, I can't run the trade car because I don't want to break it. If I run it and then it breaks, then I gotta fix it. I don't want to fix the trade car. CK's asking me to run it.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw it. Chaz, jump on, buddy, if you want. The link's in the chat there. That way
So I'm able to jump on here and actually talk to Ken. And I just wanted to speak to everybody out there in the chat. Those of you who don't know Ken, he is like a huge influence and has a lot to do with what's going on in a lot of RC around us that we don't know nothing about. He's one of the best channels out there for us. And really pay attention to what he's got to say if you don't know who he is. You
I
guys.
appreciate that, Jim.
And I gotta add,
It's the absolute
can I
truth,
add
man.
to that?
Yeah.
Can I add something to that?
You can, Bubby.
And if you have any small scale RC and you need to take it apart, go to Ken's channel.
I
He
tried.
has plenty of videos of taking every vehicle completely apart.
Yep.
He
So
does.
if you break a gear in a transmission, you might not know how to take it apart and put it back together. You can watch his videos and you'll be able to do it. Because you know what? He's helped me with the Evo Pro transmission when I took the
Oh,
two
yeah.
speed out and made it a single speed. Yeah.
That transmission is such a pain in the butt.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Ken.
Definitely the hardest
Guys,
working man that I know in RC. I mean,
Well,
and
I appreciate it. I appreciate
the
it.
absolutely the
resource
truth, man.
material I've
I
been
just wanted to
speaking
be able to
about.
say that to you and tell people
Yeah.
out
Well,
there,
like
man.
I said, I have always said that, you know, what started the channel was me trying to find information and there wasn't a lot out there. Everybody was like, hey guys, look at this new car. Isn't it awesome? Let's open the box. Brrr, here it is. Let's go drive it. Isn't that cool? Go buy it in my link below. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it was a 15-minute review video where you showed me nothing. Like you showed me the
Yeah.
basics that are like every RC car. So I felt like I should at least open up the stuff, like open it up, like open the transmission, open the axles, show people what's inside. That way, when they get their new RC car, they know everything they can about it.
Exactly, Chaz.
You know, so he's got a
You
video
got a
for
video
that.
for
Man.
that.
Like I said,
And if you need to know how long a wheelbase or how long links are for a Gladiator or a Deadbolt or a FCX 18 or a TRX 4M High Trail, whatever, he's got it on his channel. He's got a list that goes down. I mean, I don't know how many different manufacturers and
I need
different
to find a better
models
place to
cars.
host that image because I just posted in the Facebook groups and then it like disappears and I can never find it again. I mean, I have
But
the original image, but maybe I'll post it on my website because I have a website that links to every community that I run. So
okay,
theshophobbies.com has a link to all my Facebook groups
okay,
and my YouTube channel, my TikTok, all that stuff. Maybe I could add a link
awesome,
to that
because
of that image.
I
or
had my
you could
phone
just like
die and I
have the
always keep it.
Shop Mini encyclopedia that we could just look up.
Right?
I always keep those, all the stuff that I get off your channel. I always keep it in my photos on my phone so I can have it whenever I need it. Well, my phone
Right.
decided it was going to crap out because I hit the tripod with a Tyson Mega 3S swap that I did, and of course I didn't have my case on my phone, and it went smack right down. Oh man, it made me so mad.
What's up,
But I
Chaz?
lost it, so I have a hard time finding that picture that graphic.
He's got a
Sometimes.
video
Well,
for that.
I'll
Is
post
his
it again for
motto.
you sometime soon so that you can have it.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. And that's, and the other thing, guys, about Ken is if you have a trouble in a group, or if you have trouble with your RC and you're in one of the Facebook groups and you're asking questions and stuff, and he sees that he's going to help you. So if I see somebody that's having trouble
try.
not getting very good answers in these comments and stuff, I always try to tag Ken, and he always will come over and help you and answer. As long
Well,
as he got
again, I feel I've always felt like you have a lot of these influencers out there, and again, I'm not talking shit about any particular
right, right.
person, but there's a lot of influencers out there where they literally just post a bunch of shorts on all the different platforms and their regular review videos, but you never hear from them outside that. They don't even reply to their own comments
Right.
in their YouTube channel. Just so people know, I have literally replied to every single comment on my channel for the past, since I started it, every single comment, except for in some shorts, because some shorts went viral and I can't
Oh
reply to
yeah,
people going,
when you
that's
get
cool,
thousands
like,
of,
but in every real video, every official video, I've replied to every single comment, all
Right.
of them, like
Holy
tens of
crap.
thousands of comments. So I want people to know that like, I see you, I see your comment, I see that you're watching, I appreciate you. And I just, that's super important to me. I hate people that just post up stuff and then they disappear into the void. Like they don't really exist. That's not
Mm-hmm.
a real person. I want people to know I'm a real person, so it's
Now,
important.
you said you happen to bring up reviews and doing the quick reviews, and that's all they're doing. Here's my link and this, that, and the other. And there's been some ruckamaroo, let's say, recently in the RC community with some RC content creator and a manufacturer and this, that, and the other. And what's your take on the Relarlo situation? I like Relarlo, and
I did probably 3, maybe 4 review videos for Relarlo. In 2 of those 4 videos, their car or truck broke, and I showed it.
right,
And in the last video I did, it was for one of their buggies, and it landed right on the back, right on, this is the wing, right?
Yeah.
It's a buggy, landed came off a jump, landed on the back. It was a little cold outside, but it wasn't crazy cold, and it broke the entire diff cover. And I showed that in the video, and I showed people how to fix it so it would, and modify it when they got their new vehicle. Do these,
Right.
put long screws in, put bolts in, it probably won't break. But they should have done that from the factory. When Rolarlo found that, they never sent me another vehicle again. So I'm not a fan that they aren't taking positive feedback. I'm not a
Right.
fan that they send out prototypes to people that are
That-
influencers. Like you
right.
shouldn't be, you need to send the real stuff
If
that you're going to send everybody
yeah.
else.
Now, if you're going to send it as a test, as a prototype, you need to send it to testers, not to
Correct. It shouldn't be to a
reviewers.
reviewer. It shouldn't be to a reviewer that's going to be showing the whole world this thing. If you want people to test your shit, do that before you make your production version and send it out to everybody for a review. Like
Right.
that doesn't make any sense to me. So
Now, here's my deal.
I
Okay.
like some of Rolarlo's stuff. I don't like how they handle their business.
I understand that. Now, the way that the situation was handled by the certain content creator, I don't think was very cool. It doesn't look good on his channel or him at all.
I don't know what you're referring to, but I assume somebody talked a bunch of crap.
Beyond RC, Ricky had he had a blow up about it, and he had a real
We do encourage
cocky,
racing.
I'm better than you attitude about everything with people that are that were in the Facebook, this, that, and the other. I mean, he went after them hard. I mean, I don't know there was stuff in between there, but he had a way of making himself look way bad.
Yeah, I mean that's up to him, right? If he's going to represent
Yeah.
himself that way, then so be it.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
that's
just
not how I would do it. But if that's
Right.
how he felt at the time, maybe he should have waited a day to make the video and thought about what he was
Right.
going to say.
right. Well,
Yeah.
see, he
I
didn't
don't
get the
know what
car.
you're referring to, but I can assume he was
Yeah.
heated and he
He
probably
didn't
just
even
let
get
his
the car
emotions
though.
out.
See, that was the thing. He didn't get the car. And I think that was part of what
Yeah.
ticked him off. There's some other stuff that happened, previously and stuff, but it's just I've been there. I have
Let's see.
retorted out of
When you go
anger
to Marshall,
because people made me
one
mad
thing
on
you don't want to do
in
is
the RC.
Not a good idea.
Well, actually, you've seen me act pretty. You've seen me act like a dick. So I mean, but
I
I
mean,
wasn't at
I
the time. I wasn't representing my channel or anything. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
appreciate people being real and giving real emotion, but you got to be careful because sometimes your emotions need to be thought about for a minute. Sometimes you need to sit in it. Sometimes you need to reflect, like, is this what I want to present to the community before you do it? I've done the same thing. I've said things that I've kind of regretted and maybe I shouldn't have said publicly, especially as the channel grows, people go back and they find old content where you're talking crap about Axial or something, so like you got to be careful with that, especially if you're trying to be successful. And some people will be like, well, just don't care what anybody says, don't care what anybody thinks, but like that's not the way the world works. You
Right.
have to
No.
be careful with the words you choose to use.
you've got a lot of
Well-
people that are reviewing, and the people are like, "Oh, well, you're a Traxxas fanboy, this, that, and the other, and you never do. You're always talking good. You never say anything bad. Blah 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 blah." Well, there's a way that you can review a product and deal with a situation that is not
Problem when you do that is
not
you're
the
getting
best
your
thing in
talk,
the world,
but your
and
boss
put it
never
out there, but
So
still
even
be
if you crash and it's right at your feet,
still be businesslike
don't
and
parcel your
polite
car, wait for
and
Yeah.
and not
want to be able to drive it.
be
I mean,
mean or
again,
harsh.
If you're reviewing a $60 RC car that's in a market of $200 to $300 RC cars and it's $60, clearly it's not going to be quality like a $300 RC car.
Right.
But
But
that doesn't mean you have to
it
just
still
completely
has its
bash it.
value,
Its
possibly,
value is that it's
in its
$60.
niche. Just
Right.
like
You just
I
got
was
to make it.
saying,
You
this
just got to
one
make
right
it
here.
clear. You just got to make it clear where the shortcomings are, so that people that buy it have a good idea of what they're getting. Right? Like
Yeah.
it's important
Yeah.
that you convey
They're not
this is what you're
misled.
getting, guys.
What's up,
Right.
coffee cup?
And there's a lot of
What's up,
people
Cuff?
that that think that everybody that gets sent an RC is doing that because they're sending you free RCs and you're just going to no.
I'll tell you this right now. That pisses me off because I spent 40 hours plus a week on my channel. I can't feed my kids, pay my mortgage, pay my insurance, pay for my vehicle with RC cards that are free. So to me, the RC cars are not free. They're part
Right.
of the business that I'm trying to run.
Right.
And people, and the thing is people are like, well, I would love to get free RC cars. Well, you can get them put 40 hours a week into making your channel a channel that a manufacturer wants to send RC cars to, right? Like
Yeah.
that's the trade. And there's in most other industries, just FYI, in a lot of other industries that are YouTube influencers that do reviews on products, they're paid in addition to getting the free art, the
They're
free stuff.
giving money for their time and
They're
their
giving
effort
money in the back
and the
end.
car. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're actually being paid $1,000 for a video or something. RC doesn't do that. No RC manufacturer pays somebody to do a review. And to be honest, I kind of like that because it otherwise people you do get biased reviews then, way biased, because there's no way somebody can say this is a horrible RC car and get paid $1,000 and get a
Right.
free RC car out of it.
Right.
So at least in RC, like if somebody sends you a free RC car and it's not good, you tell them this is what's bad, this is what's bad, this is what's good, but there's these issues. Maybe you'll watch out for those. If you want this to bash, don't get it. If you want it to scale, then get it. You know, like that's the kind of stuff you want to tell people. And if I was being paid $1,000 to do a video like that, I'd have a hard time talking shit about it. It's just the
And
You'd
nature of
have
being
to
paid.
do that verbal
Just like
dance
this.
around it.
I
Yeah.
saw this one right here on Kevin Talbot's channel, and it's the WL Toys
Yeah.
124017. Fastest RC car, budget RC car, this, that, and the other, and he's out there driving it. And actually, on that video, he didn't tear it up. So I'm like, all right, cool, that's what I want. So I got this sucker, man, and I'll tell you what, its performance abilities outweighed my driving ability of performance on tiny trucks by millions, dude.
Yeah, and you can credit. I'm sure somebody who's used to an $800 Mugen off-road buggy is going to be like, "There's a lot of garbage on that," but you're not paying $800 for it. Like,
Right.
you got to realize there's a.
I mean, you can rebuild this whole car for $57 off of Amazon.
Right.
You know?
So there's a value in that it's low budget, low price, lets people into the space, lets new people afford an RC car that's pretty good. But no, it's not an $800 car, but it is really good for the price. And that's important to convey.
I sort of expected to bash it a little bit. And then whenever I forgot one screw, whenever I was going through my original tighten up and run, and the right front tire left the chat. I mean, and,
it happens.
But, you know, it is what it is. And
I got to go, Marshall. I'll be back, guys.
All right, bub, go for it. So, guys, thank y'all
you can come
for
with
coming in. And...
I can't talk.
But, yeah, this one right here, man, this isn't a basher, and that's what I bought it for. And it didn't fulfill the it didn't live up to the expectations that I got from his video, basically, what I'm trying to say. But it's still a good little truck.
Yeah, I was going to say, we were talking a minute ago about, saying things you shouldn't have said or whatever,
Right.
and this and that. And that's one of the things here about this new internet world. I mean, you used to be able to make a mistake or run your mouth and then change your mind about your opinion on that. And it's like, you know what, I was wrong about that. And you could grow and be a different person. But now,
Right.
in this world, what you said is going to be out there, and people are going to think that's you. They don't know you. They saw that, and that's out there forever. So now you're branded as that person. So it's very hard to make a mistake these days.
Right. What's up, Abe? What's going on, brother?
And I think that's bad. A bad thing. Because everybody grows, I mean, we all make mistakes, if you don't know and you have a certain view, what was that movie? American X or whatever it was.
American History X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He starts out as a white supremacist, but then he realizes that the world he grew up in that was wrong, and he grew and became a different person. People do that, but, it's hard to kind of do that these days. You judge from
society won't let
you. Again.
What's that, buddy?
I like that chassis, dude. That thing is wicked.
Hold on.
Chassis is this
showed
again?
it there a second ago.
What is that?
It's a carbon fiber chassis. It's 2 millimeters thick. It's from Microcrawlers.
On Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram. It's called a Tyrant. It's a Gladiator or Gladiator Plus length wheelbase.
Is it about a 10-degree skid or something? 12?
I forget what it was.
It's close.
I think it was 15 degrees. I think it was. I can't remember.
Yeah, because mine's 7 and that's double of that. Yeah, that's easily. Yeah. The Ramp Crab's 7. Hold on, I'll put it up here beside of you to compare it. But yeah, see, that's a 7 degree, and that one Earl's got double of that. Ooh, we got some marshalling going on here. Let's watch some racing, boys. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Now, see, this is something I've never really watched a whole heck of a lot of is this
What's up,
on-road,
Abe Coleman?
on this on-road stuff, man. And I well, carpet, whatever, but this is cool.
The
Jesus.
Sausage King crash.
Watch how fast them little fuckers are.
This is what I said. I can't see that fast. I can't drive those.
I sort of understand exactly what you meant about that. Now, I heard you say that before, Jim, and I just didn't pick it up, but I really
this is what I mean. Can you see this fast? These cars darting by you right here. Look at this.
Guys, these aren't even the fast ones. These
I
are
know.
the slowest ones.
Right.
I hear you. This is what I'm saying. I can't drive that. No, I can't see that fast.
Hey, Jim, did you see the video where yard sale became earned up to his name? That's the same thing. That's exactly what you're talking about. I couldn't see fast enough as I was turning to make sure I didn't hit that telephone pole. Well, guess what?
Right. This is why I had to give up on. Dude, I had those fucking nitros and I couldn't get them to run right ever. But man, when they go like hell. And I couldn't even make the turns. I'd go launching off my banked curves, and everything else.
Right, yeah.
It's too fast for me.
I'm the same way, Jim. I'm learning. I'm getting better with the Sentin now that I'm getting used to it and driving it, especially where I've been able to take it down to the BMX park and actually have it on a track. And because when you're just running out here on the road or in your yard or something, you don't really make yourself learn how to drive it the way it needs to be driven, and it's helped me out a lot by just getting it down there on that little short BMX track,
Right.
Being able to know when you need to brake going into a turn, when you're giving the gas coming out of the turn, and this, that, and the other, and not to hit the daggone first jump as full speed because you're going to end up bellying out in the middle of the second jump or whatever,
Sure. I could do all that in a real vehicle or on a bike or whatever, but to do it on these little cars, I can't watch that car moving that fast. I can do it if I'm in the car, but
that's what I was getting ready to say. It's totally different from doing it inside the car physically. Now, FPV inside the car, it's a little easier to me than doing it driving a regular RC, but it's nowhere near like driving a 1-to-1 at all. You don't feel it. You have that detachment of your butt, your butt in the seat.
Yeah, I drive through my body. Yeah.
Yeah. You feel how the car's going, and that's how you react to your car.
Well, that may have a lot to do with. I started on bikes. On a bike, you actually move the bike with your body. Like you can throw the bike around with your ass, with your legs and your ass, and you just kick that body around and move it.
When you're learning how to ride a motorcycle, man, like when you're riding a big bike like that, is crazy that how much you control it just with your body weight.
Oh yeah,
especially on a sports bike or something.
The movement of your bike.
It's wild. You're constantly leaning, you're pushing to turn opposite of what you think, counter steering and stuff.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I had a Harley. I had a 2000 Sporty that was it was the 2000 Sporty Custom. I had all 3 stages done to it. And then I had a wide glide front end with drag bars on it, and the way that it all set together with that rake angle and everything, the steering, you literally were on a razor's edge. That bike would run true on a razor's edge, but just the slightest variation in where I was positioning my body, I could lean that bike and lean around shit without ever touching the steering even.
Yeah. Yep.
That bike was,
And I only understand a little bit of that because I've only really rode bicycles. I rode a Honda 490 for about a quarter of a mile to bump start it and to turn it around and bring it back to my buddy that didn't have a big enough ass to bump start it. And that was one of the most scared moments of my life, because I know that I would screw up in whiskey throttle. You know what I mean? Because I really wasn't good with the clutch yet, because I hadn't had a 4-wheeler that had a clutch on it at the time. It was all just the centrifugal clutches and stuff. But man, you talk about scared to death. I was like, yes, going down through after I got that sucker started. I luckily put it up in 3rd gear, because they said with my weight, 'cause I was like 350 at the time, 390, or it'd be 360, that I probably wouldn't totally balls it out from under me in 3rd gear, you know, once I bump started it. Come find out they's lying, but I didn't, thank goodness. But yeah, I don't do the two-wheeled stuff.
I started on a Yamaha 250 Enduro. Was my first bike when I was 12.
I hear you. I had a
Suzuki
DM or RM50 or whatever the little 50s were back in the 80s, up until 2 weeks before Christmas, and then it turned into a Moto 480 4-wheeler, because I didn't know, I wasn't supposed to know about the motorcycle, but I had snuck downstairs and saw it in the basement. And then I was expected to get a motorcycle for Christmas, and I walk out in the garage and there's a 4-wheeler, and I'm like, oh man. But I mean, who's going to pack in? Who would bitch about getting a $1,500 4-wheeler, you know?
Only you.
I was a spoiled ass, man. I was. And
I used to stand on a milk crate.
Oh, what the heck? You got go-karts too? Now that's cool. That is cool, man.
So this is a box stock car, just a normal Kyosho with no body, and then 3D printed body parts to make it look like that.
We need to talk. We need to talk Tomley into building one of those. He loves them little go-karts. Right. You know. And that was something I was getting ready to say there a while ago too, when we was talking about different creators and reviewers and stuff. You know, you've got great reviewers and channels that are there for people in the hobby, not for themselves. What's up? Nothing stop. Like you've got Ricky, you've got Matt, and I do like Ricky. I didn't actually mean to say Ricky. I was actually meaning Aaron, Evan, Phil, Adam.
Did you lose your number?
Huh?
Did he lose your number?
Lose my number.
Ricky.
Ricky.
Oh, Ricky,
don't you lose my number.
8675309. Now, what in the world is that daggone transmitter, Ken? That is a Purdian. It's got all kind of bells and whistles.
This is the Noble NB4. This is a Pro. This is the old one, though. They have the new version.
Not anywhere we can find it.
What I like about the Nobles and whatever the other ones are, the ones that have the daggone the steering wheel that will move to the other side, because if I'm not mistaken, whenever I first started with RC cars, you know, we had the sticks, you know, back in the 80s, but that's when the pistol grips had started. And I swear every daggone pistol grip when I ever got back then was the steering wheel.
Yamaha 175 Enduro.
You know, but I could be wrong, but it seems to me like they were always on the left side, and I'm used to giving the pedal with the right and steering with the left hand. So doing the opposite really screwed with me. Does anybody remember if they, back in the 80s with the pistol grips, do you remember if they always been on the right side?
I feel like they've always been on the right side.
Okay, well, dude, I've smoked a lot of weed and used to do a lot of drugs and drank a lot of beer. I mean, you know, we could be having some memories mixing in with some hallucinations or dreams, or you know, we never know.
Yeah, I've got one of the earliest pistol grip transmitters. Yeah, it's definitely down the left, steer with the right.
Speaking of 1RC, this gentleman right here below me, if you can see him wearing the yellow shirt, Mr. Nothing Stop 83, Mr. Alex, he took a 1RC and made a two-wheel drive die cast. Took a square body Chevy. Dude does good work. He also took two 18 scale die cast F-150.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it and show you, Ken.
Made two of the most badass trucks in the damn world, and didn't use RC skid or chassis. Okay, I'm gonna have let Earl show his. Mine's the way mine is because it's dirty and I've stripped it. But this is the pretty one, and mine did look like this, but I could not keep one this way because I would end up worrying about wrecking it, and I'd never drive it.
Jim, where's Jason been with Mr. Hardbody King himself?
But
I don't know, man.
there's no RC chassis or skid on this one right here, Ken.
That's awesome.
That's all on. Look at that. It looks factory. Looks like, transfer case hanging down from under a dent side.
Yeah, that looks great. That's a really good die cast there for sure.
Yeah, he did a great job on them. He really did. Now I will show you mine, and there's a caveat here. If I have anything pretty, I total it. Okay, so I don't have anything pretty. Plus, I could never afford to have anything as pretty as this. So I make my RC stuff to what I would have in 1-to-1. Okay, and this, I'm sure you will say this matches my personality. I guarantee it.
2 minutes 20.
Nice.
But she beat up. Now I'm gonna tell you one thing. I told Alex whenever he built this that I was gonna durability test this thing. Okay, I've had less problems. Wow, dang, that's pretty, Jim. I've had less problems with this truck with the model chassis than I have with my own RC chassis, and I beat the shit out of it.
At the bottom of the steering wheel wants to catch up.
That's badass.
That looks awesome, Jim.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I flog this truck. I bash this truck.
24th scale.
I really do. And it's TRX 4M based, all Endure parts. It's got the purple Endure motor, the Planet axles, which they're on my MB18. One of them's on my MB18 right now.
That's a hot lap of a 6.0 or 6.2.
I beat the hell out of it. It's 1,200 grams. Now Earl, he drives his and does very well and keeps the scratches off of it. But plus, he drives better than I do anyway, and he's done a lot more detail to his than I have.
I don't want to try the traction for.
But there's a difference in style, and a lot of people mad about my style. But I told him I was going to durability test it, and I love it. Matter of fact, it's getting ready to get put back together, and I've got a 12 scale brushless motor that's getting ready to go into it.
Victor has
Nice.
Yeah. So this is going to be the trail truck, what I wanted, jack about with a whoop, just a big super duper mud truck. So
There's another one of Ken's groups.
let's see there.
I love the Ripper, sir. I love the Ripper. That's the aluminum, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Number
If you guys
60.
don't know what those are, you're missing out, guys.
Oh, I'm telling you.
It's
What up, man?
all aluminum
Hi, Miss Liz.
billet, machined from one piece, the whole chassis.
They're
That's
they're
freaking
nasty,
awesome.
They're super collectible too. They're worth a lot of
Oh,
money.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
I got into the hobby too late.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know
me too.
somebody didn't know what they
Didn't
had.
come.
That
This
number.
was one of the all silvers, and then I sent these pieces to Bateman there.
Oh, yeah.
And he did what I did is I sent an all silver one and I had him do it all in blue. And then I swapped the panels onto this one, and then I took the silver panels, put them on the blue chassis.
That's beautiful, Regan. You did good on that one. I love it.
Bateman's.
Yeah, I saw a guy on Facebook or something the other day that had one of these and had it up for sale or something. Didn't know what he had, and I don't know. I mean, it was like it was number 3 something. Oh yeah, there you go, ShopMini Rc. I hear you. Heck yeah. What up? We got
Thanks for the
Miss Liz.
representation,
They catch me in the house. What's that, Skim? What's that, bud? Aha, I hear you. Yeah, you almost pulled me there. I had Urban Legend on the podcast, and I had some gunny sack stuff going on with my computer, and all of a sudden I come back on the screen, and I was on upside down. I had Urban dying. He freaked him out. Well, good luck, brother. And we'll do some commentating here while you drive. That way, if you don't want to listen to us, you don't have to. So you do you and drive, and we'll watch. I told Chaz to come on to where we could do, like Daryl Waltrip and Kenny Wallace or something. And we're going back to the studio to Chaz and Nathan. Man, I like this stuff. I just don't think I could. I don't know. It'd take a lot for me to be able to get used to doing that. That's fast stuff. Wow. And I guess part of it would be, you're going to have to anticipate way more than you would just regular, I don't know, or make your moves way before you're supposed to. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
It's all
What's
timing.
up, Ed Duchemin?
What's up, Ed?
Hey, there's Liz. What's up, Liz?
How's it going, Liz?
Yes, Liz, I am high.
Wow, Jesus God almighty. Nope. Okay, I couldn't do it.
Thanks, Ed.
After you got a couple of times going around the track, you would get your timing down. You'd be all right, mate.
I'm like I said
No,
earlier,
I
I'm
just break
learning the
things.
short course truck some where I've been on the BMX course. I'm learning how to drive it on a track, and getting used to keeping it between the ditches. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I have a little bit longer learning curve than most. I'm like Jim a lot. It sounds like, except Jim gave up before I did.
Right. Dude, I gave up.
Jim, I'm kidding.
I'm older than you.
I know. That's why I was giving you a little rub.
I break fast stuff is what is the problem. So
Right.
I don't drive fast stuff. Yes, Patrick, I will.
Watch that little son of a bitch, little boy.
Paul said the minis, these are really popular at his RC shop nowadays. I think they're popular at every RC shop.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I mean, I think they're great. I would love to, but I know my limitations and I can't do that.
Well, like whenever I decided to get that Losi NASCAR, oval racing I can do. I'm good on oval racing. Dirt, I'm a little bit better on than I am on pavement. But my problem was I didn't realize that even in the box stock class, it was going to be way more expensive on me than what I thought it was, just because of where our track down here, box stock means box stock until they decide that it doesn't. But you had to run the same battery and ESC. That's what got me, is if I could have got an ESC and a battery, or used the batteries that I already had that were exactly the same size, I didn't understand why I couldn't be able to run those, but I know ESC powers are different and this, that, and the other, yada, yada, yada. And keeping it box stock makes it easier, so everybody's on the same playing field. But as long as the same MOS, same C rating, same size, I didn't see.
I love to watch it, Ed.
Yeah. Yeah, see, the 30s, man, see, Joker, I just can't, that shit's just too small. I can't do it. And that's like whenever I was talking to Ken, he showed me that Formula One there right before we come on live. It's small too. I mean, I cuss and throw shit with the daggone 24s. I could imagine working on one of these little 30s. And I do have one that I have traded off already. Well, it's still here, but I've already traded it. But there is no way. It's the reason I traded it. Well, no way. But I did do a good thing. I took zero amount of dollars and turned it into $92 worth of value basically this past weekend in about 18 hours. So for one time in my life, guys, I got the sun shined on Redneck's ass for once. You know what I'm saying?
So you're pulling the Ken Pilcher, hey?
Yeah. And that's why I just commented today, because I didn't realize
a Bronco into a Bronco.
Yeah, and I didn't realize, I guess I wasn't paying attention whenever I've been watching the first videos of the series until today, that's what he did. And I commented on there. I was like, dude. And I brought that up, and I was like, holy crap, that's wild. And It is what it is.
This
You know, man,
long boy.
I didn't
That's what
already know
Ken's
that.
been doing here this summer. He's
Yeah.
took a 30
Yeah.
Bronco and he's trying to trade it up to get to a
What up, Aaron?
full-sized actual 1-to-1 Bronco that he
Yep.
can then give away.
See, that's what I didn't understand about. I didn't understand that part about it. I wasn't paying attention, I guess.
That is our man Ken. That's what I keep saying.
Yeah.
He is the most awesome guy in our hobby, man. Just he's
Now-
always got something new that he's
Yeah.
doing, something new way he's helping. So, you know, he's just
Track tires.
My car
best
broke
channel out
or
there.
something.
Oh, what was that?
It's cogging like really bad. I don't know why. Like all of a sudden it just started like having no power. It's weird.
Huh.
I gotta figure that out.
Well, that sucks.
We'll figure it out.
It's a good thing, you know. Once you start doing those things, you can figure it out.
Training wheels class. We heard that might be offensive to people.
But yeah, guys, I'm telling you, I'm going to start
Aaron?
racing something one of these days. I just don't know what it's going to be yet.
Double A day in the house.
Taking,
So
I think I decided to not do the Gen 8 with the Wendigo axles that I got from Jerry. I'm going to do a rock bouncer with those and this cage that I got from Homesteader.
Okay.
It is,
Patrick's drifting at
it
the
is
moment.
heavy, but where I've got the Wendigo axles where they're so wide, I wouldn't be able to comp them anyway around here because our gates are my axles, outside hex to outside hex are 11 and 5/8. You know, so I put a tire on it, I'll already be busting the gate. So I'm gonna make a rock bouncer out of this. Is what I'm planning on doing.
I just did a Windows reboot and it seems like it fixed it.
Now, is that what
Nice.
ESC do those run?
What was that?
What kind of ESC do those run?
This is a Hobby Wing Mini 28. It's
Okay,
similar to the
so-
Mini 24 that we run in the
So
crawler.
it's like an Escape 32, basically.
It's
No,
Wing.
Hobby Wing. Never mind, my bad.
That's
You said
Hobby
Hobby
Wing,
Wing.
yeah, yeah.
My bad.
So it runs the Hobby Wing and this one's running a torque servo and then something called a PN racing motor, which is similar to like a Surpass motor.
Okay, so it's a more budget friendly upgrade to the motor.
How many are? What is it?
You guys may
8,000?
remember the PN90 that everybody was running in the 24s early on.
They still run
Oh,
it. They
okay.
still run the PN90s.
Right. Well,
for the
I mean,
brushed.
it hasn't been talked about for a long time, but
Yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah.
PN90 was like the shit for a long time.
Yeah,
It
you
was the
said
motor
budget
you
on this
wanted.
motor. It's not budget. This PN motor is probably $70 or $60.
Right.
Oh, okay. I was going the opposite way from where it went. Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's,
PNs are up there.
I've got
it's
one
similar
here
to a
How many
Surpass.
kV is it?
What'd you say, Earl?
How many kV? What's the kV of that motor?
This one's a 2500. So the F1s
Yeah.
we run 2500 kV, and they're I think they're 12 tooth pinions. So they're pretty quick, but they're not like crazy fast. It's F1. It's an open wheel car, so like you can brake easily if you hit the wall or
Right,
something along
right,
those-
right.
So they're not too fast. The fast ones will run like 5,000 to 6,000 kV for mod.
Yeah, that would
Okay.
be the last car I should drive.
I mean, I'll say that a lot of people can't drive mod cars. They're just too
I
fast.
would just break
They're so
that.
fast.
Yeah, I
Thi-
would break
this
that
is
into little
fast
tiny
enough.
pieces.
But 6,000 kV mod cars, they'll do 35 miles an hour on that small track.
Gee, my knee.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
that's a
could.
scale
That
speed
doesn't
of
sound
500
fast
miles an
until you
hour.
think about what you're doing at 35 miles an hour. How fast is that per second? How many feet per second?
Yeah,
Very
35 mile
fast.
an hour, 28 scale. That's almost 500 mile an hour.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Jesus Christ.
Train and wheeling.
And every millimeter matters, just like in the small scale crawlers. Like if you adjust your ride height by a millimeter, 2 millimeters, it's a totally different car.
Just for reference, 100 miles an hour is 147 feet per second. So at 35 miles an hour, that's probably about what, 50 feet per second, roughly. So
Yeah, our track's not even 50 feet long.
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
you
you
go,
got
guys. So
So you're doing this
you got
straightaway in half a
2/3 of a
second.
second to on the
Yeah.
straight stretch max.
Thank you,
You know,
Ed. I'm glad you enjoyed the coverage. I got more coverage of nationals coming. So for
so
members
just
right
to
now,
give you
I've
guys
got
the
so right now
perspective on
it's
that speed.
right now Wednesday and Thursday is up, and then probably Monday I'll have Friday and Saturday up, and then maybe Wednesday next week I'll have the finals up. They're all about an hour long, so it's a lot of coverage. But again, it's nationals. It's the first time it happened for RCCMTA. I wanted to make sure I showed it. I show all 16 or not. Hold on, 5 times 4, all 20 runs of the finals. So there's 20 runs, 6 minutes apiece. So figure out the math there. That's 2 hours just in the
Yeah.
runs. So that finals video is going to be about 2 hours long. But again, it's going to be marked for the drivers. So if you want to watch a specific driver or
Oh, you gonna
specific
have it.
class, I'll
Yeah.
have it all in the bookmarks. So
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
skip
bookmark.
around and stuff. But I figured it's better to have it than to not have it. So
That's
that's why they're
awesome.
long. I got like
Well,
6 hours of coverage of that event.
Dang, I'll tell you what, that's wild, man. And that's a lot of work, you know. I mean, and
I spent all week editing the first 2 days.
oh yeah, I guarantee it. I guarantee it, dude. That's like, you know, I've been working on this, doing this very first review I'm doing for six days now, and I'm learning that I do need an assistant sometimes, especially whenever I'm driving something that is not a crawler, because my videos are no good, and I cannot drive one-handed at all. I mean, I even made I made me a redneck thumb steer for the Wholesome stock radio because I was trying it yesterday, and even this little 390 brushed motor on a 12 scale, because it's not a mini 10. It's the same thing where Larlo did with the Omni Terminator. It's the exact same size as the Omni Terminator, matter of fact, except it's got way less of a motor. But like I was saying earlier, for the money, it's a hobby grade RC that can be fixed, and the kid can drive it and learn, and it's got the good bendy parts, and it hadn't broke yet, and I've been driving it, and the 4-year-old been driving it, and the 4-year-old, like I said earlier, has a problem of going right pedal, right pedal, right pedal until he stops because he hits something, and then he turns.
Another good budget option
Yeah,
for
and you're
some
right.
of those bashers is like the Black Zons. They're basically an HPI kind of
Yeah, okay,
rebrand. But they're like,
I've heard of those. Yeah,
they're called Black Zon. I know the Direct RC guys, Sam and CK4RC,
yeah,
are all about those trucks, but they really are really good for the price, and they're very
right,
durable. Black Zons.
right. And that's, you know, I've watched a lot of the budget friendly stuff over my 2 years of watching RCs back and stuff again. And like I was saying, you know, the reviewers I was talking about earlier, you know, you got Matt and Evan and Aaron and Phil, and you know, those guys do the budget type stuff, and that's what I was watching because I'm WB. I broke one all the time, you know what I mean? So I'm looking at the budget stuff, and I really like at least how much Wholesome has changed since I started watching, because some of their stuff was a little hardcore there. You know, they were having problems with it and stuff, and they've come up from what I've seen in 2 years pretty well. And before I even started my channel, I had one that had X17 on it, and it was like an 18 or 24 basher buggy. Have you ever seen the one I'm talking about? And it had it was a basher, but it had a real like a sleek body instead of a trucky. It was a trucky, but it was rounded.
Like a Typhon.
No, it was a truggy still yet, but the body on it, instead of being like this one, is all blocky and stuff. It was real flowing and stuff, and it was 18th scale. I had to be. I mean, it's this long total, and it had the same motor that this one has in it.
Okay.
You want to talk about fun little something? Standing triple back flips. I mean, it was wicked. And I asked the Wholesome rep about it, and they said it sounded like that, but I got into the groups and stuff and asked people, and nobody's ever answered me. I'd really like to find it, because it looks exactly like, where is that truck? It looks exactly like this one, except 18th, 24 scale. I mean, the body, everything's the same. The way that except for the way the transmission is in this, everything else was the same. And
You sure that wasn't AI?
huh?
I said, you sure that wasn't AI?
Yeah, AI. They had the Michael Jordan eating the cereal look AI whenever I started this channel. So yeah.
Oh, I love all the ads you keep running across lately, and they show like the whistling diesel, or what is it? The what's that wrecker? That big red wrecker.
Oh, you talk about Murphy, Murphy.
Murphy's Diesel. So I seen an ad for Murphy's Diesel Axial SDX 10,
Oh,
24, 30, you know, and then you look at it and they're
bear.
like, would you buy one? And it's like, oh, you fuckers. And then there was another one for Matt's off road. He had, you know, they had the 10th and all that.
Yeah, I
it's like,
seen the banana and more bear both.
Yeah. It's like, are you dirty fuckers? They need to quit with that AI.
I'm going to show you something here, Double A. That here's also part of my problem. I have a very short thumb, and this thumb has been hyperextended. I'll pulled out of socket so many times.
That's what she said.
Real good motion with it, but I can go to there with that one, but I can't get it all the way up to there to full lock. And it's just
that's what she said.
My thumb's a little bit short. I can drive it. I say I can't do it with this hand. There's some of my transmitters I can drive left hand or right handed with my thumb, but the way I got this set up is just I was trying to. Yeah, I know excuses, but I'm going to tell you I got them. Damn it! But I'm no good at driving. I've been doing this been trying to do this for 2 years now, and I've not really advanced my performance abilities driving one-handed, let's just say. Hey, buddy, that's good stuff, Joker. You know, you take your daggone servo box and cut it up and super glue it to the wheel. And the only reason I super glued it's because the daggone the Loctite that they used on this transmitter, son, must have been the best stuff on the planet. Because I mean, I heated it up for a minute, and I was like, wait a minute, no, I probably don't want to do that. Because of where it had the potentiometer, you know, that's what's going into the potentiometer, and electrical parts don't like getting heated up. So I quit. And I said, fuck it, super glue. Trying anyway, you know.
Sure.
So what's I want to, you know how they've been doing the micro B clones and stuff, like WL Toys did one. I think Arlo did one. Now there's that Jambalaya that RC Expats and Slimeball RC. Well, RC Expats put his daggone out there.
Did you just say Jambalaya?
Jambalaya. The one that makes your little truck with the trailer.
I was going to say, you'd be talking Alex's language.
Jambalaya, crawfish pie, Philly gumbo.
See?
Tonight I'm going to see Mama Shadow meal.
Too much talking about food. I'll be out of here because I didn't eat lunch
about
today.
food already.
Oh, I hear you.
Yes, sir.
My wife made BLTs today.
Oh, shut your hole.
But actually, they were actually BTCs because with that lettuce thing going on these days, we just used sliced cucumber instead of lettuce. You know, because it's like with the tomatoes and the cucumbers were straight out of my buddy's garden, so we know where they came from. They ain't got no strange parasites and stuff. So,
but that little jambalaya buggy, it's way better than any of the other ones.
But they were awesome.
Clone off of the micro B's and stuff, micro T's. It's nice. Well, go check out
Double A. Stop it! I'm hungry.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Go check out RC Expats Lad. You know, he's no longer an expat. He's over in England now. So I bet it's what I told him. I said, Expats Lad, you know, because of lad, you know, being a word that they
Patrick
use over there.
loves your custom thumbstick.
I know, right? Hey, we redneck engineer stuff around here, bud. Because I usually hit something in my head, and I'm like, hey, that'll work. And I try it. And sometimes it works. Most of the time it don't. But c'est la vie. Hakuna Matata. You got anything done over, Earl?
I'm trying to change my overdrive gear out, and yeah, I'm having a hell of a time with this axle, putting it all back together.
Do they have the same deal as the V2s where the front axle is different, or the front diff is different than the rear diff gear? Because with the V2s, you get the underdrive gear for the rear because the front diff's got that wider gear in it.
Right, exactly.
Now did they change that in the V3s?
No, it's still the same.
Okay. So you got your overdrive gear as well as the underdrive that you had.
Right.
It came with gotcha. Here you. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Wait a minute, what the hell? I just took you off of there.
With it. What?
What are you doing?
Reading a comment.
I hear you. I'm fixing to get an order scheduled, one of those most dreaded procedures. Brother, I'll tell you what. The procedure, it's easy. You don't even know nothing about it. You're sleep as hell, and you wake up higher and dry fast. But the thing is, that prep does suck, bub. Make sure you mix whatever you mix it in. It's something that you don't like, because after that day, you will no longer like said drink. I promise.
What do you got going on?
He's got to take his camera test physical video or doctor
prostate exam.
No, I'm thinking he's colonoscopy. He said the most dreaded procedure next week.
Colonoscopy. What? The same difference. They use a camera. Yeah.
Again, first time. Yeah, dude. I'll tell you what. My first time, Aaron, I got a colonoscopy and an endoscopy in the same process, and I looked at that daggone. I looked at that nurse anesthetist, because she wasn't one of the other ones yet. But I looked at her. I said, "Please do me a favor and watch that son of a gun that's got the gag on camera. Make sure he goes in this end, not the other end first." Because they were doing both of them at the same time. And I said, I really don't want to leave here with a shitty taste in my mouth from y'all.
Would that be a shit-eating grin?
And she laughed her ass off. But hey, I'll tell you what, I promise you this, Aaron, whatever you mix, the stuff you got to mix it in something that you do not like. Because if you put it in, like, say your favorite color Gatorade or flavor Gatorade is lime green Gatorade, after the prep of your procedure, you will no longer like that lime green Gatorade. I promise.
And just
you gotta drink
stay close to the restroom.
But it doesn't taste good. Yeah, well, this is a little different. It's going into the other piping system. Yeah, that's it. The prep, Donna, you're right. And being in the recovery room and having to do the certain things that you have to do to be able to get released, and having the two prettiest nurses you ever seen sitting in there going, "Well, you got a fart, and you're just like, "What about a shark?" Yeah. Now, that all depends, Joker, on how your body handles that stuff, because I've done it before and had to end up taking it because of it, but just the way my guts was, handling it.
No.
Yep. So we're going to quit talking about that shitty situation, and
that's gross. He had one take a picture of the other.
But yeah, guys, this little car right here, I'll tell you what, it's $100. Okay, what they're selling it for right now. That's a little high for what you're getting, but
Too much information, right?
Yeah. But this little buggy is going to actually be pretty cool because once I get this review done and everything like that, I'm putting either the WL Toys 124017 motor, which is a 2835, I think, 2836 something, but it's I can't remember the KV on it either, and it's underneath my heat sink. It's a fast somebody. This thing does 45 mile an hour on 2S. Okay, so that's gonna be fun. I ended up getting a 6S system to put in the Typhon.
Don't drink it fast.
Then I'm getting a. I just bought or traded a while ago, but I should have told y'all about that. Traded for a motor that'll handle 4S for the Senton and use the same ESC that's in it. Take that motor that's in the Senton now, put it in Turtleator, and then take Turtleator's motor and put it in, or no, take the other Red Cap motor, the one that's the same size as the 3652 3700 kV is what it is, not 4000. Put it in this, or in the Princess Speed Buggy, and then put Turtleator motor in this. I apologize. It's going to get the 2863 or 2865 or whatever size it is, and 45 amp ESC that comes in the middle version of the Rollaro Omni Terminator.
That's far too many numbers for a Friday night, man.
Yeah. See, you should have worked with me at the car lot. It was really fun whenever you're remembering 17 digits of a VIN number. Yeah.
Nope.
That's fun. Don't drink it fast. I don't know, Donna. I tried. I had to drink fast just to be able to get that shit.
It's supposed to drink it over a spaced out. Like I had a
I know.
Mine was like time.
Yeah. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. See, these are good flexy bendy parts, you know. I mean, they are. And then you get to this, the tank.
That's what she said.
Solid, and that's the only thing I'm afraid to hit very much of it. I mean, I've been hitting some stuff, but all the rest of it's way more scratched up and beat up.
I mean, it doesn't need to be bendy if it's not going to break anyway, so whatever.
Right. Well, this one will end up breaking. I promise. It will end up looking like yard sale does because, like I was saying earlier, my ability to drive performance RC cars is no bueno, no good. So yeah, it will end up looking like yard sale one day, but it will be because of my driving, not because of the way that the product was manufactured. You know what I'm saying? I'm good at tearing up stuff. I was always told I could tear an anvil up with a feather. Put you off stage. You did. Okay. His internet went out. Alex's did. But, you know, for what it is, I'm impressed. You know, the only thing that I have to say that I don't like too much is the 2-in-1 ESC. It's a little glitchy, especially going from brake or fuel brake to reverse and then going to reverse again. You've got to hit it more than twice to get it there. But I've had it to where it's acted like it had forward backward, and then sometimes it acts like it's forward brake and reverse. I haven't changed anything. I don't think there's a way to program this. I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody to see it, but I'll see it on
I think the intent.
Huh?
I think the intent is supposed to be forward brake reverse on those.
That's
so
what
if it's
I
just
thought.
Going straight up to reverse, forward reverse, there's something else going on. Maybe
That's what I was thinking.
The center on the transmitter might not be completely accurate, like when you're centered, so it thinks you're already hitting center when you haven't hit center yet.
That makes sense because I've got to move the throttle and stuff to get it to. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I bet if you put a better transmitter, like if it does it have a separate ESC receiver or is it a combo?
No, it's 2-in-1 combo.
You can get a cheapy like brushed hobby wing ESC or just a cheapy ESC for it that's got the same amperage that it needs, and then yeah. and then put a good transmitter on it. It'll run a lot better.
Both of that. This one's a Spectrum. This one's a Hobby Wing. And I've got plenty of brushed ones to do it with. But like I was saying earlier, I'm going to be taking the Rolarlo system and putting it in this. The metal version Rolarlo stock system.
Yeah. Do that little Rolarlo, the little basher truck.
The Rogue One or whatever.
Rogue One. So I got that. That thing is that thing is that is the wildest RC car I own. And it's little. And I have a Sentin. I've got some big RC cars. I got a fucking Riff that's gnarly. But that little Rogue One is absolutely insane. Oh,
it is, dude.
What body is that?
Hold on, Jim.
The body. This is a. You ever heard of RC Supremacy? He does.
It's a drift. So it's a drift truck.
This is his drift truck chest or body. Yes,
that's awesome.
But I got it to go on this BOC chassis.
That's pretty cool looking. I wish the motor was a little lower.
Yeah, that's that big kid tiny truck. I got that whole combo, so
you can't mount the transmission. You can't move the motor down.
Not in this mount.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna put the battery right here, so
that works. That's cool looking though.
Yeah, we'll see.
That truck body's sick. I like how the rails are coming through the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been working on it, getting it to fit that way.
That's sick.
You know.
Yeah, but a shock's gonna mount. Are you gonna mount the shocks right under the body?
Yeah, well they'll actually stick through up here.
Oh, they're gonna on the front though.
Both, front too.
Yeah.
It's gonna sit real low.
It kicked you.
I want this axle to sit kind of like there-ish.
Slam it. I love that look. That's like my favorite look ever. It's hard to build trucks that way though. Sometimes. That's
what this project's about, is seeing how I can get that to go.
Go down to the floor?
You know, and I'm running the X15s, of course, on there.
Yeah.
The nylons and. I'm going to be running like 50 couple mil, you know, the smaller tires. But
it'll look good.
Yeah, I want to get it tucked nice down low like that.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Hell yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Now, the bullnose body that Yeti did, that comp cut body, see, I'm a bullnose guy, and it's a beautiful cut that he did. And I talked to him about it, I wanted the step side, and I wanted it just without the comp cut. He said, well, I still have that file. He said, I don't think I have the step side or I'm sorry, guys, Ford guys, I'm sorry, flare side. I apologize. And he's going to do it whenever I get the build ready for it. He's going to make me one of the bullnose bodies.
I wish I had time to do scale bodies like that. I could make the time, but it takes away from other stuff that's priority. I love the scale stuff. Actually, so much so that I got one of the old Range Rover 3 AMT model kits.
Yeah.
And I sent it out to Kenneth Robinson in Utah so that he can scale it out for me, paint it, do all the scale work for an SCX 30. It fits the wheelbase, like the width perfectly. So the track width is like perfect for the SCX 30. Yeah, and I just had to put rears links on the front and stretch the rears just a little bit, heated them up and stretched them out. And it fits the wheelbase perfect. It's going to be so sick. It's no T-word.
All right, now this is my $40.
That's your interior there, Jim?
Yeah.
Hell
what
yeah.
I did is I cut the center out of it and keep the door cards, but then I shrunk the depth of it. And then the seat fits over, and so you've got the cavity for the transmission to sit under the seat.
That's sick. I like that.
Now, I bought this Sentin Mega.
And that's all the stock SCX 24 parts.
Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. You use stock axles and everything.
Yeah, all of it. Chassis, everything.
That's sweet.
What I did with the bed is I actually raised the bed floor and then used styrene slurry to weld it all back in place.
I remember you talking about using the slurry on that one.
Yeah, I just got to do the chassis mounts in the rear here and then in the front. I'm actually gonna do a flat piece of styrene across here, take the motor, build it, and then like chop the bottom off of it and set it on there. So it's actually like, because I'll be able to open the hood and that. But then the way this is going to sit with the servo and that, this is going to sit just about perfect. You can see I'll have the room to pull that off.
Yeah.
Still have the movement and everything I want with it.
That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Little by little, getting there.
It is. That's. He's been working on this. He's taking more time on this one, it seems like, than he had some of these other ones. But this right here is my pawn shop Senton that I bought for $40. It needed, I needed a servo, it needed a battery fix, and it needed a shell. Well, I couldn't find a body anywhere. And I'm sure you know Eric Estep from Facebook and YouTube and stuff. Does all the cool videos in his basement with his daughter and his niece.
Yep.
And I was talking to Eric, and he was like, dude, he said, you need some bodies? He said, I got some bodies. Give me your address. I said, what are you talking about? He said, give me your address. Okay. Dude sent me 6 freaking bodies. I mean,
that's awesome.
Yeah, the red, white, and blue one that I put with my jump for the that one, and then I've got this one. Because this, you know, you see that what body that is. That's not that's no Senton body, you know. That is a slash or Traxxas body. That's why it says no T word. And he's also like he's also as bad as Gunter the Gnome. That neither one of them like those 3-letter alphabet agencies, especially the one trying to take our rights all the time, is the way they have been.
No, but, double A. It's not from the track because I'm muted.
Hi, I got you. This thing ended up having a daggone that Red Cat 3652 Red Cat 3700 kV motor in it, and it had the slipper clutch and stuff in it, and I accidentally got it down into the mud. Short course truck, doing short course truck stuff, you know, try to hit the dry rut, and you get right before it, and there's a little bit of a bump, and you donkey kick, and you go to the other side of the rut, and then you're landed in the mud all covered up in water, and don't know nothing about slipper clutches. Didn't know that it was going to hurt the truck, me trying to get the truck out, because I'm used to crawlers. Yeah. I burnt slipper clutch up.
Yeah, you can't get mud up in there.
And it was the 80 amp ES Hobby Wing ESC that I burned up in it.
That sucks. That's part of the hobby.
Hey, you know, you learn, you know. And then I took yard sale, and that's like I said, I named it yard sale because whenever I bought it, it was the $99 Mega, and then I ended up getting a hell of a deal for one of the 3652 Hobby Wing, and then the Quick Run 120 ESC, which is that one, you know. And I got 56 mile an hour top speed out of the Typhon with the stock Mega transmission and stuff in it. I thought that was pretty good. But if you've seen the video, if you haven't, you need to go watch the FPV video of this, because that's all I've got. I'm at my old high school, and I'm running, get me a speed run down, and I'd already made 2 runs, and I had a 50-foot wide area that was clear for me to drive in, you know, so that's pretty good wide area. You should be able to get a good speed run on that. That's the width, not the length. You know, the length was way longer. Well, I'm watching it. I already did 2 runs. I said, all right, I'm going to do this one. I turned the camera on, went up there and run. And right as I'm turning to look to make sure that I'm still pretty good in the center of that 50-foot wide space between the telephone pole end that was this big, because it was laying down beside of the parking lot to make sure you couldn't get in the grass, and the baseball bleacher. As I'm turning around, like Jim was saying, it'd already been past you by the time you look. I'm turning around, and I watch that son of a gun hit that daggone telephone pole, son. That right front tire went 50 foot straight up there, 50 foot out in front of it. And it was just where it had the axle still hooked to it, and the steering linkage parts of it still hooked to it. It was just flying up there. It was the most beautiful thing you ever seen. I couldn't be mad at it, because I knew that's why I named it yard sale. because
What?
I've been watching a lot of the lives that Urban Legend had been on.
You should anticipate this and like set up cameras for this.
You know, all those lives was like 2 weeks before I bought it, and it just
You
hit
could have
my
a
head.
big
I'm like, this
channel
is what
just
a
based
yard
on
sale.
detonating vehicles.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, track
My
probably
setting
is.
ended up the same way from hitting the mailbox post. I just clipped it. It came up the curb, and
Yeah.
I couldn't get it to turn because the front tires were off just enough, and it just nipped
Yep.
on the rear tire, the mailbox, and it ripped the entire rear end apart. Like the axle shaft, the shock tower, the shock. You name every part of it was just like in pieces. I was like, oh my! And it was like I missed it by I hit it by this much, right? Like
I
it
hit
was
it
literally
by
like an
this.
inch, just clipped it and just ripped it all apart. I'm like, oh my God. If I would have been an inch over, it would have been fine. Nothing would have happened.
Hey Earl, you got any
That's why I
mailbox?
got out of
Got any
speed.
mailbox stories?
The mailbox.
No, kid. I don't know if you've seen Earl's monster bug or not, dude. He's got a 24 scale monster bug. It's on a tie jacker chassis, right?
Yeah, I think I sent Ken a picture of it when I built it, but he was he was busy doing stuff. So
the video whenever I got to watch him on a video chat, the first drive he took it. I mean, and he slowed it down since then. This thing went straight and was doing great down the road. I said, man, I got to get off here. I got to take Diesel outside. Jumped off the phone. He hit the damn mailbox. I didn't say, I'm like, oh man, I understand though, dude. But yeah, so if you ever see Waffles RC talk about his speed run truck, yeah, tell him, say, well, Earl's got a 24 scale to go that fast and it didn't wobble. What the hell's wrong with you? Hi, Waffles, if you're watching. I gotta give you back. Man. I love Waffle, man. They're good people too. Hey, I'll tell you what, this community is cool. I've had a chance to get some good people on this podcast. You know, I had Chaz and Sam, I had Adam, Cape Crawlers, had Evan, had RC Remedy from over in Australia. I've had Exo Cage. You know, so I mean, I've had a bunch of good urban legends. I had OGRC. Got some other guys coming on. Going to be having Mount Olympus RC here coming up pretty soon. There's a few others, Rec RC, where I'm trying to work with Johnny and them. And I want to get all that people on, you know, and because they do some pretty cool content. You know, I really like their content. The dirt rally and you know, the Rec RC rally and stuff. Pretty good guys
See
down
those,
there.
the 18 scale FMS or the Hobby Plus trucks coming, the 18 scale Dakar rally trucks.
Yeah,
Those are going to be
I
awesome.
can't wait for that. Now, that's the ones that Chaz is waiting on, right? The car rally trucks, right?
That they did what on?
That's the one Chaz is waiting on, like a bunch, right? Isn't that the ones? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, him and Sam and myself and a couple others have them already. I know that Sam and Van DeWitt up in Utah already filmed. They filmed all of their running video and stuff like that. And
oh man,
they're going to be awesome. The only problem is that, from what I understand, because I haven't even ran mine yet, they're coming out in like 2 weeks. I got to run mine real soon. But they have really, really stiff tires, so they're a little.
There's that monster bug.
They need some squishier tires on them, but they're not crawlers. They're race trucks.
Yeah, they're race trucks. Yeah.
everybody changes tires, you know.
Yeah.
So it's the Mofo Tiejacker chassis. I put Traxxas.
Like you said, a couple weeks, Granny.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like 2 to 3 weeks, Granny.
What are they? Endura.
But you didn't hear that from me.
Right.
The TRX4M.
That's the reason I said.
I know nothing.
XCX24 transmission.
You're running an SCX24 transmission with TRX axles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fast as shit.
It's a Dash RC pancake style motor with the 26 gear pinion tube.
Oh my god! I bet it thing rips.
I had to put underdrive in the rears because it was so fast. I had to roll it to get it to go because it was cogging.
Dude,
but
with the overdrive gears in it, it was wicked fast. It was fun. I'm gonna set one up.
I got the wheelie bar from the LMT Mini on the back.
That's bad. I love that rig.
But yeah, she I can't even get it in my fucking hands.
And it actually crawls pretty good now too, crawler wise.
It jumps nice and even. It's
Does it have the locked diffs or the open diffs?
open diff.
Open diff, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Sorry,
Oh,
I got
locked diff.
I got locked diffs.
Okay, okay.
They're
So
the
it rolls
TRX
over a lot
not the
when
worm
you're
gear.
going fast.
Yeah, it's fun as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Hey, the first run that he got was, I mean, the very first ones, I mean, it went straight down the
It
yellow
goes
line.
straight.
No
That's
wobbles,
awesome.
no.
That's good. Yeah,
Jason
usually
knows
when you
how to
have
drive.
fast trucks with big tires like that, if you don't have an open diff, they just roll over and they don't go straight.
Nah, this thing handles pretty damn good. The only problem I have is like when I'm out in the dirt, man, she will get a little sideways
Yeah. That's
but
awesome.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. That was a fun little build.
That's what I'm wanting to do with the
24
NBA
scale basher.
is what I'm wanting to do. Try to make it a, King of the Hammers Ultra 4 rig like it looks. It don't look like a crawler. It looks like a King of the Hammers or Ultra 4. And now I'm wanting to do that. I'm trying to decide if I put the big motor in it, if I have to get the bigger transmission. But I'm wondering if I should remember what the hell I'm talking about.
That would help.
I was wondering if I put the 2-speed transmission in it and put the high-speed gear in the high speed of the 2-gear transmission and leave the first gear the way it is. What would that do to my truck? Have you seen anybody do any build like that before? Or can
Swapping out the gears in the 2-speed, or
yeah, the high side of the 2-speed.
I don't know if you'd be able to without having to like make a custom case or something, because the way it's geared, they're geared specifically. You can't change the gearing inside the transmission very easily.
Okay, good. See, I haven't had anybody able to answer that question for me. I was just wondering if it would work.
No, because as soon as you change the gears, you're gonna, and I don't even know where you're gonna find gears to change different pinion counts or different tooth counts.
See, that's what I was wondering, if the high speed gears fit the 2-speed transmission or not. Okay.
No, because you're not gonna have the same space in there, and the gear sizes will be and you probably won't even be able to mesh them. They probably won't even mesh.
Okay.
I mean,
See,
I'm sure somebody's done something.
Crazy.
I've never seen it, and you'd have to make a custom transmission housing to make sure you can mesh the gears together.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I figured I would. I didn't know if the high-speed gears would fit the 2-speed transmission, and I've actually asked a bunch of TRX 4M guys, and nobody was able to answer that for me. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, again, anything's possible with 3D printing and like what people can do now.
Right.
Like,
I meant just swap.
It's going to be a lot of trial and error. There's no, you're not going to be able to just swap.
Well, that's good because, I have tried and errored a lot. My very first RC.
Anything's possible with a Dremel.
Right. You could Dremel. You could try to make it work. Dremel and E6000, maybe some. Yeah.
No, we use redneck concrete on this channel. Super glue and baking soda, bud. We don't screw around with that E6000 or shoe glue. That stuff takes too long. Hot glue better.
That's the best. Well, there's a difference, right? One is concrete and one is rubber. Like you need rubber, you got E6000. Otherwise, you do the baking soda.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, I took whenever I got the Fedco 6x6 kit. Matter of fact, I was one of the first ones to get that. Except I didn't make mine as cool as RC Willie did his. It looks good. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It's badass. But I didn't have a servo horn that fit my servo. I took a plastic servo horn that was smaller than the servo horn gear that I was putting on. Cut it in half, took baking soda, super glue, remade it, put it together around that servo horn, and made the servo horn, and it still works to this day. Matter of fact, I had to make one for this one because I couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting a steering angle out of my V2.
That's hilarious.
And I did not have a daggone servo horn that was longer than 16 millimeters that I could use.
I mean, it ain't stupid if it works, but it sure is ugly.
It is, And that, like I said earlier,
Consider the source there,
I
Ken.
cannot
Look at
have
him.
pretty around here. Okay, I mean I'm a redneck engineer. I did this in 101 and 1-to-1s. I mean I had a 70 model GMC Chevrolet had the right hand passenger door tied together with string tied on so it would stay shut because it was broke. You know,
Only
what I mean,
a face a mother would love over there.
huh?
I said only a face a mother would love over there.
Oh, hey, buddy, I'm glad because you know I'm a party some gun. Mama said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, he can't have his trucks outshining him.
Right.
I just can't have pretty stuff because whenever I have pretty stuff, it either gets stolen or I total it or something. And I mean, I've had pretty things. I had a 70 model Ranger GT, that titanium silver, that real light silver Ford had back in the 90s. Oh man, lowered from the factory ground kit, you know, 2.9 high output with a 3-speed overdrive instead of a 5-speed.
It's starting to sound like Cheech, man.
Hi, Jeff. What's that, Jim?
I said you were starting to sound like Cheech.
But oh yeah, the video that I showed everybody about having the cogging like issues with this, my bullet connector had got squeezed together somehow and was coming in and out of my head. What, Jim?
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, I know, right? I hate it when it gets squeezed together.
You know,
that's what was making that thing cog and stuff. And it wasn't nothing wrong with the diff. Wasn't this, that, or the other. It was
is that what you told her?
Being real loose.
What's up, Jeff? Jeff Walter in the house. Patrick said, "Release of what? RCG?
What are you saying, Mr. Beach? A different gearing? Is that what you're saying? That might be right." Jim Beach from Wolfpack. He said that the WL Toys motor won't go as fast in the Hosum as it did in the WL Toys buggy, which makes sense about the gearing. It probably is different. But I wished I would have been able to run that daggone WL Toys whenever I put the 3S in it that day, more than just one trip down the road. But I didn't have my hinge pin or my control arm pins in it, and it was running my daggone rear end like this.
Holy cow, did you see them things go by?
Drive shaft and everything. What, Jim?
Did you see them things go by?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's how fast. See, they just did it again.
Wow.
Look, somebody will get hurt.
Yeah, see it. Yeah, boy. I'd have to get me a script of my old ADD medicine back in the day, Adderall, and to be able just to keep up with it. That's grade lap, isn't it? Whoa!
Look at that shit.
Fat ass. I'll tell you what, I don't know if I'd want to marshal those or not. Because even though those aren't very big, they get into that speed, it's still going to hurt.
You gotta be real careful with that 10 scale stuff. They'll take an ankle out. Look at that.
My grandson took me, hit me with that daggone Hosum yesterday.
Hit that wall. That would be me.
You know,
I'd always be turning.
Whenever you hit a solid piece of plastic, you bounce off like that.
Car's on the side.
Yeah, whenever I watched Mark Sanmaria's video the other day, and apparently he's the largest mini Z dealer in the United States for the brand he was talking about.
That wouldn't be surprising to me.
Yeah, I mean he's got that area RC. I mean he's big in it.
Well, he's if you go check his channel out, He's always showing you the newest drop and the one nobody's got. And
Yeah. He did a video and actually reading the comments and stuff the other day. But you know, everybody can tell that he's a traction fanboy and he's a shill or whatever for him, blah blah blah, yada yada. But the boy actually just likes traction. But he was showing some of the mini Z stuff that he had, and wow, and talking about
well, he's probably got the best mini Z collection of all time.
well, yeah, that's what he was saying. He has the most inventory, at least, or moves the most inventory.
Well, I'm just talking about his personal collection.
Yeah. He actually Jim. He doesn't have that much stuff actually, but all of his mini Z stuff is retail stuff.
Huh.
I think he only has like maybe 10 cars total, maybe.
No kidding, because the way he talks about like those special collector's editions coming in and all that.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah,
you
that's
would
just for him to resell. That's just for him to resell.
Well, I understand, but you know, if you're that passionate about it, it seems like you'd want one of every one. You know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't think
I would.
honestly, just
That
from
would
what
be
I know, he he has his ones that he raced with his sons, and you know, maybe like a couple that he's kept as collectibles, but I don't think he has a huge collection.
Yeah,
well,
I think
that's probably why he makes money. And
right,
I don't.
10 or 12, I think is what he said on that video the other day. But yeah, he said he thought he had the most sales for the mini Z's out of anybody.
That would be surprising.
And he was showing those the rare ones and stuff, man. And
I mean, there's guys. If you're in the mini Z groups, there's guys that have like 1,000 in their collection.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they've been collecting them since the 80s. You know, like Mark's only been into mini Z for maybe 5 years.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I see.
Yeah, 'cause he come out of the carpet truck or carpet racing and buggy racing scene, didn't he?
Yeah, he was a buggy racer.
Yeah. And to be honest, you can tell by his driving style that's what he came out of. Because if you notice when you watch him in his son race, you're watching two different total drivers. Even their drive, the way that they drive is influenced by different styles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mark's his is used. You can see Mark is used to an off-road track a little bit more. You know, a jumping and stuff. And it seemed more like his boy is used to these mini Z's more than anything.
Yeah, I think that was a big reason he got into them was for his kids.
Right. Well, see, that's the reason I started my channel was because my grandson, I was going to have have something for me and him to bond over and stuff, and I really wanted to get into the FPV RC stuff because that's just cool as shit to me. ADD-RC, ADHD-RC, that little buggy he has with and stuff, man, it got me really wanting to. Now, K-pop doing all the stuff that's wicked. And I love it. You know, I really want to find a decent priced FPV system that I can get into. I found some that are okay, but they're still a little bit out of my budget. You know,
I mean, they're just going to keep getting cheaper.
What is the one I was looking at? I can't think of it right now.
I'll be right back.
It's the lowest budget total package FPV system that you can get, and it's either digital and cheaper than the analog, or it's analog and it's cheaper than the digital, but it gets just as good range, and you don't have as much clicky out like the digital does.
The digital is what you want. The analog is what is
your range, right? Yeah, but
so
you get more range out of it, right?
Like a VHS tape, right? You know how like on a VHS tape it shakes and stuff?
Yeah.
That's an analog. The digital is what you want. Now, I don't know a ton on FPV, but I know that much. And,
right.
It's getting cheaper and better. There's a lot of systems out you can get on Amazon for like.
That's Granny just talking about the one from FMS, and I just heard about it recently too. It may have been from Granny. Is that a pretty good system? Have you heard?
They're okay. I mean, again, the most expensive part is usually the goggles, and And if you're getting good goggles, I don't know. It depends if you're going analog or digital, right? Like
Right.
digital's always going to be better, but way more expensive.
Right. Okay. See, that's what I was thinking. That digital was more expensive, and the analog was what you get your long range guys. Those guys that are flying all the way from the from the beach in Maui all the way up to the top of the volcano. That's analog. Yeah. Yep. So cool. That's awesome. Well, man, I'll tell you what. If you want to, whenever you're ready to jump off here, that way you can get used to your racing and stuff. You're more than welcome. I ain't running you off for nothing. I was just saying that you put in 2 hours and 10 minutes with us, man, on your race night. And I know to me, my racing was my nights that I was enjoying myself, So if you ever, if you want to jump off and do what you got to do, you're more than welcome. I want to thank you again for coming on the channel and
yeah, for sure. Well, I
showing us
appreciate
some stuff,
I appreciate the invite. I mean, I'm down for hanging out, but
That's
like I
cool.
said, I'm just
Cool.
going to
Cool
be
deal.
muting and
Yeah.
whatnot. So it is what it is.
Yep. I'm going to. I am going to do one thing though. I'm going to step back here and smoke a cigarette because actually no, I'm not. Is Jim, you still here? I've got to run and take Diesel out real quick because I forgot he was whining a minute ago. 80-pound dog needs to go out. Better take him out because if not, you got to clean up a lot of shit. Literally. But I'll be right back, guys. If anybody wants to jump on, let me know now, and I'll give you the link real quick before I go. If not, I'll be right back. Jim, do you got to control your camera, right? Okay. All right, cool. He does. Just making sure. And I'll be right back. I'll leave my video up. I just don't turn the volume.
John goes under the stand. I think that's a new car.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, thanks for a lot of your videos. I don't know how many times I went back and messed something up, something wasn't working, have to go back and reference. And you are the only reference I can count on.
Well, I appreciate you watching and all the support. Like I said, that's the whole reason I did it. The whole reason I do it is to try to make sure that people have the ability to understand their RCs and fix them and enjoy the hobby. I feel like we're kind of losing that, right? Like younger kids are playing on iPads and they're playing video games and like they're not being dexterous and fixing things and mechanical, right? So I think that's important, and I think supporting that is really important. So again, that's a big reason why I do it, is just try to make sure that there's videos out there to make people feel comfortable. I know when I first got back into RC, I was super intimidated, because I did it when I was younger. But then when I got back in, even as an older adult, I was just like, man, there's a lot of, I don't want to fry $100 ESC and motor. Like, I don't want to fry, I don't know how to do this. And I didn't even know how to solder before I started the channel. And so I learned all that stuff. And I feel like making people feel comfortable that they can take their shit apart and put their shit back together is all what it's all about. Just make them feel comfortable that they can do it. RC Granny, how's your full-size Bronco going? It's taken a while, RC Granny. We still got the Mini Z. Although while we were out at Nationals in Maryland, the hobby shop owner and the owner of Super Shafty offered me a trade, and I almost regret not taking it on the spot, but I told him I'd get back to him. But it was for a Sporty that had a bunch of deluxe fab stuff on it, and it was probably worth about $700, $800. So that would have been a decent. I mean, this is $500, but it probably would have been a decent trade. But again, I got to be able to trade that, and it was kind of niche because it's a comp rig. It was a straight up comp rig, and I don't know a ton of people that are looking for used comp rigs, especially somebody that can trade up. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I posted the video today on the RC10T buggies or trucks that I might be able to trade for. So that's cool if anybody's watched that. Oh, my daily driver. Are you talking about my Bronco? Oh, my Bronco's great. Oh, my Bronco's fantastic, Granny. I love it. I love it. Anybody who knows me knows I was a sports car guy more than anything. My whole life, I was a sports car guy. Even though I worked in one-to-one off-road stuff, like my day job is one-to-one off-road retail website. So you'd pull in, when I was in Florida, that's where we were in Colorado, then we moved to Florida. I was in Florida for 17 years. But even when in Colorado, like you go into our parking lot, and all in the parking lot's like badass Jeep, badass Bronco, badass Toyotas, Forerunners, Tacomas, like all these badass off-road rigs. And then I had a little BMW Z4M Coupe two-door. Like, and whenever we'd have people come over, they'd be like vendors, or we'd have Warren winches come, or BF Goodrich tires would come, and they'd be like, who's the oddball that drives the sports car here? And they're like, that's the IT guy. The IT guy does. So like for so long, I was always the sports car IT guy, and everybody else drove off-road rigs. But when I moved back to Colorado, I was like, I got to get a truck. I got to get a truck or a Bronco or something. So ended up with the Raptor, and the Ford Bronco Raptor is the closest thing I think you can get to a sports car in a 4x4, because that thing is just amazing. It's got IFS front end suspension, Baja shock setup. Like it handles like a sports car, and so I feel like I'm in a sports car even though I'm in a big ass Bronco.
There you go. Yeah.
So to answer your question, Granny, my daily driver Bronco is amazing. I love it.
One thing that I think that Toyota should do with the Highlander is set it up sort of like a like more of an off-road vehicle than what it is. I know with it, it'll be a little bit harder because it is it's not a frame-on chassis. It's it's a unibody chassis.
Yeah, unibody always makes it harder.
But I'll tell you what, I first started selling cars in 2000, and that's whenever the Toyota Highlander come out. Just starting. It'd been out for 1 year, I think. I think it came out in 99. 2001 was the year that I sold it, and there was we had the very first bricked street in the United States right behind my dealership in St. Albans, West Virginia. And it was rough. And you took that daggone Highlander across it, man. It was just like driving in an old, old Cadillac, smooth. You got it in the snow and ice, all-wheel drive, all-wheel drive system was pretty good. It was the best soccer mom SUV that came out at the time.
Yeah, I mean, there's crazy stuff people do with those things sometimes. So, I'm not surprised. It would be cool to see a more off-road capable version of that truck. But
yes, it would be. Yeah. And now I'm a Ford guy. Always have been. I'm a Toyota guy now since I started selling back in 2000. But I didn't really like how they went with the other version of the new Bronco.
The Sport? Yeah, the Sports Court. They should have called it something different.
It's almost like a wagon, They should have called it the old truckster, like back in the day.
Right. Yeah, I don't know why they call it a Bronco at all. It's not. It's basically just it's like a Escape. It's a Ford Escape.
It's a Pinto
chassis, ain't it?
Called a Pinto.
It's a totally different chassis. It's not even the same vehicle.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that the Raptor and the regular Bronco were on a frame-on chassis, and the other Bronco was on a unibody.
Yeah, it is. The Sport is a totally different vehicle.
Yeah, and it's ugly.
Just like the new Mustang SUV, they shouldn't have called it a Mustang. They should have called it a Stallion or something different, because it's not a Mustang.
Yeah. Maybe they should have made that the Maverick instead of the unibody truck Maverick that they made.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yep. Now, what class is this?
Johnny, go ahead. All right, guys. One here checked it. Was your car any better? Oh, nice.
I like watching this stuff. I get hooked. There's this one channel on YouTube, I don't know who it is, but they run carpet track like 24 hours. It's carpet track racing. I guess they've got a big track and they do a lot of a lot of racing and stuff. We must get a lot of video, and that's what they run or something. I don't know, but it's a cool deal. Especially in 12 scale buggies. Like, where's this speed buggy? I mean, they're fast.
So how do you deal with the I go through
Get set.
Driver's ready.
Horse is ready.
How long have I been sitting here not talking?
I don't know.
Because I had Mike here somehow. Okay, I was making sure. I thought everybody heard me.
You were talking the whole time.
Get that on the screen. Oh, where's the race director? See how that works for us.
Oh. Wait a minute. What'd I do with that?
Let's boost them out front.
There it is. Earl, how's the new job, brother? I haven't really had
can't wait. That quality is a pile of shit.
busy as fuck and shit. How you
It's
like it?
going okay.
Just with the spare parts. I don't know about you guys.
You teaching anybody anything?
No, I'm
I
actually learning.
vote yes. I think we need to go to a vote.
It's all new things
I
for
was
me.
telling Adam that on the stand. You're studying out moving jumps in order to vote.
What'd you say,
We
Earl?
know who's going to be. It's going to be the same four guys.
I said, I'm actually learning.
It is without a doubt. That or maybe we just.
Yeah, I'm a new guy.
All right. So what kind of stuff? Are you still doing the same type of printing or are you doing totally different printing?
I'm doing a hybrid, a mixture of both.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm doing digital printing.
Oh.
Which is like a big glorified.
I've rarely put drag brake into my car.
Big glorified fucking printers, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Computer copier.
Spec classes.
Photocopier, yeah, copier, that's what I meant.
Well, it's like a computer printer.
Yeah, but it just does so much.
Dude, it's crazy what it fucking does.
Yeah. Yeah. But you still, man, you can't beat old school real throw it on the plate ink, you know?
Nah.
The nose was making it faster.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So you go through the whoop-de-doos.
Now, that Joker is something that takes a while, probably, is learning all the ins and outs of that 3D print stuff.
That makes sense.
What I figure I would have the hardest time with.
Because I've just been adding drip thinking,
It's fucking hard. I got much to learn. But I'm doing all right. Let me go grab my other screwdriver.
Here in a minute, I'll ask him, Smoking Rat. Thanks for stopping by the way.
So you're telling me 1/8's not good?
Oh. Got so much daggone air blowing around here. It's pitiful. I'm trying to light up. Smoke weed every day. But yeah, I love, you know me, I'm old school. I like the old ways, but it is cool to see new technology work the way it does.
Yeah, it doesn't work as good. I don't like it. I mean, to be honest, I don't like the printing. The press isn't as good as my. I don't know. It's not the same.
Now, with the digital, is there less physical work?
I can see it porpoising and go, yep, it's leaving the track.
But there's more work. Get up here with the squishy stuff behind the eyes.
Yeah.
Because you have
that and the jobs are changing over fast. Like, I'm just doing little jobs.
Oh, okay. So you're not running hundreds of thousands of units.
What the hell?
Yeah.
If you're a traction roll, you're not going fast enough.
Now I'm running like 500 of one, 6,000 of another one. I'm doing like 20 jobs a day.
Right.
Little.
Damn.
But I'm not mixing any more ink. I'm not mounting any more plates. I'm not doing any of that bullshit.
I figured, you know, with it being digital, that there was a lot less physical work, you know, because there isn't any ink, there isn't any plates.
And you know what else? I'm not responsible for a whole fucking printing company. I'm only responsible for myself.
Not responsible for the boss of the company and everything, and getting the printer set up right and having its generator put on the right pad the correct way.
Right. I don't
and making the a minimal amount of money compared to what
I'm
should have made.
I'm making more money than I was then.
And working less.
I mean,
I mean, you know, working less physically anyway.
Where was that in the goddamn manual? Signed around 19.
Yeah.
Jeff Walter just did Dirt Oval tonight.
Oh, what? I missed that. What'd you say now?
Jeff Walter, he said about 20 minutes ago, he said, just done Dirt Oval tonight. It was fun.
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's right. I remember him saying something about that on.
Yeah, that he put in a Dirt Oval. Yeah.
Yep. And that I thought I remember him saying that there was something going on this week or something about Dirt Ovals. So, hell yeah. Jim, what should I get? Brass or tungsten weight hangers for the Stingray? Max wants to know. How much weight?
The tungsten are going to be heavier. It all depends on what I mean, me personally, I would get a set of each, and then you can tune and figure out.
Right. That makes sense.
It's hard to say, without looking at your build and knowing what you need.
Right.
It's really hard to say,
what kind of weight bias that you like running and everything.
Yeah,
right?
Well, the tungsten might be too much, or maybe the brass wouldn't be enough. It's hard, like I say, without looking at the build and feeling the build and weighing the build.
Yeah.
Being one with the build.
That's like this right here. Yeah, be one with the build.
Build.
Right, exactly.
He said they pricey.
Yeah, personally, I see what Max is talking about with the Stingray. So, yeah, I would get like each one of each of those different ones, man. And I would get a set of each and try them out and see where you stood.
Yeah. Well, that's like everybody. I've got the 1.0 brass rings in here, and then I've got the 1.3 brass rings in here on these 1.0 wheels. And it helps on the weight bias on this truck a lot. But it worked better on the Yep Spec chassis instead of the Ramp Crab LCG chassis, a little bit better. But it still works better than my Klingons with the brass in the front and aluminum in the rear. This has got brass all the way around, plus the 1.3s in the front. So these are 83 grams front wheel, and these are 53 or 43 for the rear. There's a big weight distribution difference, but I really needed it on this rig to get it halfway correct because I'm not running BOAs on anything anymore as of right now. And so my weight bias, I'm learning to do, of course, but I just know that this rig here has to have more weight bias than what the Yep Spec did because it's the geometry is different. I guess is what I should say is how that is.
Is that what you're saying?
You guys prefer to run mini Z's, 10 scale nitro electric? Yes. Yes. And welcome to WB RC, by the way. Smoking Rat 9626. Thank you for stopping by and checking us out.
Yeah, one of the shows, Smoking Rat.
Yeah. And
I'm a 30, 24, 18th, 10th scale crawler.
I'm 24 to at the time.
And I got a 6th scale too.
At the time of broadcast, I am a 24 crawler, 10th crawler, up to 12th, 14th bashers, speed buggies, up to 8th scale buggies.
I don't discriminate. I break them all.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. Whatever RC that I got in my hand or I'm having to piece back together at the time, that's my favorite one. I like doing boats. I'm no good at drones. I am going to be
no aircraft.
Getting into airplanes.
I don't do aircraft for the same reason I don't do fast RC cars. It's just a speedy way for me to break shit.
There's a lot of people in this group that are from certain, like we're all crawler guys mostly around here, but you've got OGRC. That's OG Nitro, by the way. He plays with electric cars too, and raced electric cars a lot for a long time. Real good guy. He just ugly, and old, but he's a pretty good guy. But he does some crawling and stuff too. He's got him one of those Guillemons, and I think he got another one. I can't remember what other one it was he had that showed me, but you know, and then we've got Jim that's all the 30, 24, 18 scale. We got Earl that does buggies, bashers, crawlers. He's like me. He likes them all.
I'm old. I move slow. So does my cars.
Well, you know, that's okay. I'm old and I move slow too, and I try to make the cars do well. Derek says I don't fly
have that kind of money to break shit.
Now, see that right there, my buddy Eric Eastep, he's into doing that stuff, building the Tamiya semi trucks and stuff. Is what Smoker Rat just said, and that right there, those are cool. I mean, they're pretty and they're cool. I'm learning to do the more scale stuff, you know, like the scale body stuff like that. Thanks to all of these people, crazy people that are in the community that I was lovely enough to be able to join. But like I said earlier, pretty's not my thing. Very rarely will you see me with pretty stuff. And if it's pretty, I won't have it very long because it'll get, you know. Now, attention to detail, I'm trying to do better lately, but I'm doing better.
This is a die cast that I put on a 24 scale chassis and then all custom.
Oh yeah, beautiful truck, beautiful truck. Look at that big old shiny underneath the front of that on top of that axle. Ain't that pretty?
Yeah, it's a brass servo beast from Wolfen.
Yeah, boy. Now those skid steers with the hydraulic and stuff, that'd be pretty cool to see. I like those. I like Hill Ninjas RC. He does some of those construction trucks, or you know, construction RCs too.
Stock SCX 24 gear chassis and whatnot, put onto a model body.
Exactly, Max. I understand that. They are nice.
All kinds of different shit.
Yeah, boy.
And then
I was getting that. Get out of my head, sir. Get out of my head. 37 foot. Is that what you said? Is how far back it is from front to back?
Well, it's 36 feet from there all the way out to there.
Yeah. Fucking accent.
That's good. And guys, this is just sitting at his house. He runs comps with his friends and stuff. You know, just sitting in a hobby shop or nothing. This guy's just got a lot of RC want and like to do scale stuff.
Nice. This is my basement.
Yeah.
We'll flip the camera around.
And even though the walls and the shelving and the course looks like it's an it's an RC shop, no, it's not. Jim just has a problem.
Yeah.
But I love it that he has the problem because we get to learn a lot of cool stuff, all of us together doing it. Hell yeah. Chew toy.
Chew toys right there.
Oh, okay. What was the one that was the axe that was just up on top? Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's bad axe, ain't it? Never mind. Yeah.
Actually, that's bad axe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wish I had P-Max back together. I'd show her off, but
that's Rebel. There, that's Rebel.
Oh, Rebel. Okay, yeah.
Oof.
Oh yeah, that's the way it goes. Ain't it? Get your first one day and have 3 more by a month later. He said just getting into minis. He's got his first one in June. He's got 3 now. Yep.
I mean, that applies to the trawlers too. You buy one, you end up with 5.
Oh yeah, there. Hey, here's getting back. I'm sorry, I did. Did I have you muted? Did you unmute yourself?
No, I was muted. I was muted because you don't need to hear the announcer.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So, how's it going? How have you been?
There's many.
Going any good? Running?
Well, I haven't raced in like 2-3 weeks because of the national stuff. So
Right.
getting back in it. Things are fine. I'm just getting back in it.
Right. Just getting back in the groove. There you go.
Getting in the groove.
I hear you. Yeah, boy, that's awesome, man, and that's cool. Looking at all this stuff they got, but I just my little freaking sausage face and old man eyes wouldn't work.
Evan, Gary, Trent, Joe, and Ken, if you guys are up next. Well, yeah, exactly.
That's wild. Hey, wonder where Thompson's at tonight?
Oh, no.
Does anybody talk to David much?
I
He was hanging out with his kids and his wife.
Oh, it might be. Hell yeah. Dave Thompson, he's the one that I took him. I'll go ahead and show her, but I don't know where the original freight chassis went. But this chassis right here, Ken, is the one I designed off of the Endura or Mofo carbon fiber chassis that came up. I took the original chassis, one frame rail, and cut it off and made it into frame extensions on my prototype. And then I took a very poorly drawn mechanical drawing, this picture of this right, or the picture of the chassis, and sent it to David Thompson, and he made this carbon fiber chassis and some 3D printed chassis for me out of my nut.
That's awesome.
Yes, this right here is weird and ugly and stuff, but
I like it.
there are some things that can be done with it that will affect the way that the chassis works. And you can put the short little shocks that you want back here. You'll still get the travel that you want, but it'll add different ride height. You put shocks here. The reason that I put the extensions on it is to help eliminate some of the torque twist that the vertical chassis have, like the Everest 10 and the Axe, and it helped out a lot. But it's actually my best performing rig, except for the Yep spec that I had, and then I broke it, and it just kept breaking, and the redneck concrete didn't hold it no more. It kept breaking in the same spot, and there just wasn't any way with the Yep spec chassis that's 3D printed to fix it because it's a weak point. There isn't any supports. So I was talking to Earl about there a while ago on that chassis he was showing us, that carbon fiber one. It's made similar, not exactly, like the Yep spec, but it's got that bracing right there, and that helps it a lot. Well, whenever I had Sandwich, my NSCRC shooter rig, the chassis didn't have a brace on it, and I ended up putting braces on her after I broke her a couple times. So.
Yeah, Bad Axe is my the chassis from Mofo. That's the takeoff of the Axe chassis. Yeah,
Double Dragon.
The Double Dragon.
Yeah, and that's a badass chassis.
Well, it's mirrored, and you got that flat skid like that. Well, what I did with that is the way I set up my suspension is I raised that rear end, those rear rails. So that lower, so now the front ones are flatter and lower, and then that angles the skid.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, the way I set up different shocks and everything, and the way I did the suspension. So now that changed that into an angled skid chassis, and the rear end has lots of articulation. The front, not as much. It's more stable. And then I just set it up as a cab only chassis, and it's a bad little rig, dude.
Yeah.
That fucker's awesome.
A lot of the things, it's the way that you set that rig up is the way that PMAX was originally set up. And I was so glad that Thompson sent me a set of skids that were angled and the body that Toyota body went with it, because I was able to use the flat skid of the Axe, but it has an angled skid now whenever you set it up. No, mine ain't nowhere near able to get that angled. Yeah, I like that. Hold on, Jim. I'll solo you out there. I love this truck. Now you're running the stock length shocks on that, then, aren't you?
Well, those are those Mofo, the dual sprung with the carrier.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they're the 52s, right?
No, these are I don't know. Let me measure.
I know they're at least stock length.
No. They are. Where's that? Damn it! There it is.
No.
No, these are like 60 or something.
Okay, so they're I was meaning they're at least 52 or longer. Is what I was meaning.
Yeah, these are them long ones.
Yeah.
Yep. But then the way I set it up, I kicked the ass end up here, lowered the front, and that angles my skid some.
There's a lot of scuttlebutt throughout the industry about the double spring shocks. The dual rate shock or dual rate spring shocks or whatever, but
double barrel,
the stack shit. What the hell happened?
Double barrel shocks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you think that the springs work in the way that they were designed to work, or do they work as good as what they were hoping whenever they designed them that way, or is it better? Is it better than a double barrel shock or whatever? That's what I was trying to get is compare. I'm trying to compare them to a double barrel shock. With them having a longer body, you don't have the whole squish up, right, like a double barrel.
Well, they're extremely long, and they do exactly what I want them to on this rig.
Okay,
I run all my stuff like that. I run them inverted.
Yeah.
I run all those double barrel, everything that I have like that. I run inverted. And then I've got like some 100,000 diff lube.
Yeah.
So I'll put that in the shock body and make sure that it coats, all the moving parts. And so that allows it to kind of deaden, it gives you that dampened effect. I don't know. A lot of people don't like double barrel. They don't, like that. Everybody wants the oil filled, and that's fine. This rig was built before we had truly reliable oil filled.
Right.
This was built a long time ago, and this thing runs just fine. The way I set my stuff up and the way it runs, and I know the truck.
Right.
When you build a truck and you know your truck and you've set it up the way you like it, it works.
You're leading me into something right there. That's the reason that I was asking about that is because I didn't have double barrels on PMAX on the original one. Now I do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why she wasn't getting any performance, because look how much ground clearance I'd have had, even with the 70 millimeter tires. I didn't have any on my skid. You know what I mean? Because these double barrels shrink up so much. That's the reason that I did the little hack mod that Alex taught me and took the double barrels and limited them to single barrels so that I had the rod height still. You know what I mean? And the way Alex showed me to do it was just to put a longer or shorter, put a shorter bolt in. Yeah. Well, one way or the other. You had to put a longer or shorter screw in for the shaft instead of it being what it was originally. But we were sitting there talking, and I got to toking, and I had some super glue in my hand, and I said, "Here, I'm gonna try this. I got enough of these double barrels laying around. I'm gonna try it." So what I did, I just super glued the
brass
top barrel to the brass one, and let the aluminum one or the metal one slide. It does limit your articulation some, but if you're doing just the double barrels on the fronts like I have here, it helps, because you don't want a whole lot of articulation in the front, depending on how you want like your rigs. I will caveat that, because actually I probably will take it back to the regular like 52 millimeter standard shocks with this or oil, because this don't have PMAX don't have the flex and the ability that she had to begin with, and I figured out what was wrong now, and I'm a little bit off of my geometry because I used a different skid.
I thought you were going to say you forgot to take your shoes off when you were counting.
No, see, I figured out, Earl. See, what I do is I got marks on my table. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and
okay.
Put all of them on
He's
there.
got a poor man's abacus.
Yeah, I took it. I got 4 sets. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did that one.
Cadabra. Shout and grab you.
Yeah, racin was the first oil field shocks. Or was she forgot there was another one, right? Well, see, you getting that old timers there, Mofo Max. You still at the cabin, by the way?
Damn, 3%
by the woods.
What's that, Earl?
My phone's at 3%. Holy shit.
Hi. Well, at least you caught it.
Yeah.
That's a pretty car right there. I like that. See, I'm a sucker for them old Le Mans cars, especially the old Le Mans style hot rods. That's what that reminds me of. Look at that big old set of the case there. Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Can-Am racer.
Yep. Oh, that reminds me. I was thinking of
That's my favorites is the Can-Ams.
Talk about yourself for a minute.
Yeah, I like these fucking wide 9s. These are fucking gonna do me good.
Oh, well, crap. Oh, well. I was going to show Ken Turtle later. I don't know if he'd ever seen her or not. Ah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I think that's the same thing about that carbon fiber chassis that Mofo and Enjora had. It was proportional on both sides like the Double Dragon, but it had the front and the rear, you know. But it didn't have the extensions like the Double Dragon does to be able to get all the different shock mount positions and shit.
That's all Sharpie.
Ah, shout out Psycho 13.
Huh?
Dirk's, yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, boy. Yep. That's some good look stuff, man. That dude right there was good people. I didn't get to know him very well. Wow. Now, did you make those skids, Jim, by hand?
The sliders, yeah.
Sliders, I mean, yeah.
Yep.
So I don't have any 1.4 nuts, so I can't put the upper lengths on.
Hey, Earl, you can use redneck concrete to make it. Just don't put it directly on the carbon fiber.
You got any old? Do you have any old servo horns?
Yeah, that makes it good too. Yeah, plastic servo horns.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them.
Hey,
Okay,
there you go,
that'll
bud.
work
You got
for
all
a
kind
nut.
of them
You
nuts.
just got to cut a piece down, you know.
Yeah, cut the little bit tips off of them.
Yeah, you could cut it down into a few nuts, especially if you got like one of them
Hang
4-ways.
around me, you have to figure out you can redneck engineer anything out of a servo horn and some glue.
I ordered 200 of them. They'll be here on Sunday.
He said ordered 200 of them. Hell yeah. Where'd
what
you
I
find
do.
them at?
Amazon.
Cool.
I've got a whole screw kit.
Yeah.
I've got stainless. I've got the black oxide. I've got like 1.4s. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. And I don't have 20s. I don't have the 20s. And then I've got 1.4 nuts in both black oxide and in silver stainless. I've got a whole, I just ordered them up little here by there, 50 at a time or whatever, and built up my whole kit.
Yeah.
Well, when you're building custom, you got to have the screw. You got to have
all of them. Yeah. Yeah, I learned that real quick, and then especially with them little 1.4 nuts, dropping them and stuff. That I bought that ramp crab kit, the hardware kit. The ramp crab had, it had everything. I'm talking shims. It had body pins. It had
I've got a few
transmission. It had everything, But it was just a little old case. Hardware wasn't worth a buck, but the hardware list that they used, build list, was awesome. I wish somebody would made one like that and put some decent damn hardware in it. It'd been cool, But I still got that little box. But I liked it because I used to use those little washers and the shims for all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I'd use it for this, that, and the other. Do I have you muted again, or you got yourself muted? Okay, you do. Never mind. I was making sure I didn't have him muted.
I was starting this one too. This is a
what the hell is that? Oh, that's a
carbon fiber 18th scale chassis that I got from David Thompson. Cut for me.
Where did he find that?
Nice.
That file.
It's the one Alex has under the.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Under the one, I forget what the fuck he put it under. That junkyard Toyota, I think, or I forget what he has it under.
Yeah, he didn't put it under the.
Not the Toyota. He built something. I forget what he put under. Oh, was it the die cast? The
Dodge.
Yeah, I think the Dodge is on this.
Yeah, that Dodge Coronet, wasn't it?
It's Roadrunner. Face.
I know. Hey, I called it a daggone. I called it a shoot. What did I call it forever? Because that's what I thought it was. I wasn't meaning Roadrunner. It was something else. But he'd always he'd correct me, and I still wouldn't remember because I wasn't listening to him.
Yeah, he's probably fucking cussing you right now.
It's all right. If I ain't got him cussing, I ain't happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so did anybody see that Andy Rollarlo posted a FPV system in the 987 that they're doing right now? That ought to be pretty badass.
Cool.
Yeah, the Le Mans car that they've got, the speed car or whatever. And that is cool shit. I saw FPV and I was like, yay. And I started watching it. But I'll have me a pretty good FPV system in one before long. That's what I'm going. That's what I started wanting to do with the channel, and that's what I'm going to try to end up doing. Hopefully, before the first of the year, I'll have almost all the FPV stuff together. The goggles, like
actually, the first oil filled shots,
stuff.
Max, I think were the Charismas.
Charisma, yeah, okay. But I think I don't have nothing more to talk about.
What?
That's what I do. That something's wrong. Am I having a stroke?
Feeling all right?
I'm not. No face, right? My face isn't drawn. I'm not slurring my speech any more than normal. Nope, my arms are even. Okay, I'm good. Hey, it's hard to tell, boys. Everything I've done to my body in my 49 years, I could stroke out any minute and be gone. And that's probably what will happen to me. But Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool trying to use old Steve-O's breakdancing buggy to make a rock bouncer out of. I think it's going to be fun.
I can't wait to get the rest of the shit to get this truck together.
Right.
I've been sitting on this chassis since Mother's Day. I won this chassis from Micro Carl way back then.
Did it hatch?
Yeah. I had to move it and everything, so finally I'm getting all
Yeah,
settled.
you got to rotate them.
Yeah, gotta move them now.
Yeah, we can't have no old stock not getting built there, buddy.
What's that?
I said we can't have any old stock not getting rotated in. You got to make sure you rotate it in.
Yep. I got it.
I don't know if I told you already about this or not, but I got on Fedco's post about the 6x6 and they had RC Willies on there and stuff. And I said, now I've got a daggone show redneck engineer something even better because RC Willie done blew me out of the water. I said, I just did a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Fedco got on there and said, okay, we want to see it. I said, well, it's going to be a minute. Because it's a few bills back now.
Yeah.
Check this out, Ken. This right here is my redneck engineered links. They're made out of solid round stock. Drilled a hole in it, just a little bit bigger than you screw, and then used heat shrink to put over it as a bushing to where it wouldn't break. Ugly as sin, but it works.
Just like you, buddy. Just like you.
You just jealous you can't be pretty as this, huh? Well, guys, we got 6 watching, and nope, we went up to 8. See, every time I go to say I'm going to shut her off here in a few minutes, we keep jumping around on viewers. But we are going to shut it off here in about 5 minutes, guys. Really appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. And Ken, appreciate all the knowledge and being able to watch somebody who actually knows what they're doing race. It's pretty cool. So.
You muted?
I can now. What'd you say?
It says Ken muted?
He's talking to somebody else.
Oh, okay. That's all right. But yeah, I figured out part of both reasons that PMAX wasn't getting the performance that she should have been. And it's a little bit longer wheelbase and these double barrel shocks shorten it up. I mean, dude, I wasn't getting.
Yeah, he's got a banner right behind him. He's got his own banner.
Yeah. I was only getting about this much ground clearance on this thing, and that's not enough to do nothing with. No wonder what breaking over the top like it should or anything,
Yeah.
While we do it, though, we learn from what we're doing, what we're building. Say la vie, Hakuna Matata. No worries. Oh, the rest of your days just problem free. Democracy, Hakuna Matata. Ooh, I like them wheels on that rig. I'm a sucker for lime green, fluorescent green. Y'all know that. Thank you, Joker. I appreciate that. Yep. Make sure you do hit the likes. And if y'all are subscribed and would like to see more of my dumb ass up here playing with tiny trucks and talking to people that know what the hell they're talking about, please subscribe and tune in. We're trying to do this every Friday night.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're going to have some more guys coming on, like I said, that have been in the hobby for a while and have some decent sized followings. Wreck RC be one of them. Olympus RC is another one. We're going to have Slimeball RC. We're going to have Neela RC again. And Dysfunctional RC family is going to be on here before long with the juice. Man, I'm telling you what, that Apex tire juice stuff that you got, that tire prep, it's an all-in-one cleaner and prep. It's used in, there's people using it on road oval, off-road oval, crawlers, buggies, everything got it. And where it's not a petroleum-based product, you don't have to put it in the bag and let it soak in like you do with the other stuff. You put it on, and it'll dry right then and there. You put them in the bag, they'll stay wet. They won't ever dry.
You know, dope.
And he brought this stuff from 1 to 1 and brought it and changed it up and brought it down to RCs. He will be here pretty soon, be putting it back up into 1 to 1 jug sizes, so he'll have the more bigger quantity of stuff. And I will have a link for if you all would like to try some to be able to use it. It will help me out. It'll be like a referral link. It won't be an affiliate link or anything like that. He booted himself. Did you boot yourself?
I don't know what happened. It just shut itself off.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
I
Jim
literally wasn't touching anything. It just gone.
I saw that happen last week. I think it was last week on somebody else's live. But me and Jim are kings of knocking ourselves out, kicking ourselves out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I do think on that note, though, gentlemen, I'm gonna get off.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to bounce too. There is one thing. Have you tried any of the Apex tire juice that Slime Ball, Neela, and Functional RC of? It's Apex tire juice. It's Functional RC tire prep. Everybody's using it everywhere. On road, off road, crawlers. I'll send you a link.
I think I saw a little video on it that you sent.
Yep. Hey, thanks for coming, man. Great show. Appreciate it. And
good to see you, Kev. Thanks for joining.
Somebody knew what the hell they were doing with a high performance car. Be able to do a high performance car, you know.
I appreciate you having me on, and yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, guys.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Good to see everybody. Yeah.
There's usually some questions that I have for
You got questions? Ask them.
What I'm trying to think. Your number one. What would you tell somebody coming into the hobby, just starting off? What's your best tip? And that's in any of the
car truck that you think looks the coolest and have fun with it.
Okay. Hey, makes sense there. Makes sense there. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most important thing is just getting something you want to drive, right? Like drive it. Get something you want to drive and drive it.
Yeah, and everybody has pretty much that I've had on has had that pretty much the same response, except for a couple have added to drive the truck stock. Don't always listen to everybody in the chat.
Oh yeah, I think that's important. Yeah, I think it's important to learn how the truck acts, especially for crawlers. Any car really, how it acts in stock form, and then when you make changes, make little changes and drive it. Like one change and drive it and see what that change does. I know it's hard to do for a lot of people because they just want to upgrade and run it, but like if you can have some self-control and just make one little change, see how the truck drives, then you'll have a much better understanding in the long run. For sure.
That right there helped me a lot. I had a lot of trial and error with this one. One more question real quick. How long you been in the hobby? Ever since you was a kid?
So I started when I was like 12 or 13 by buying an RC10 at a garage sale and a nitro airplane at a garage sale for $40. And so I ran those for a few years, got into it, and probably quit when I was 16 because I got a real car and found girls. And then was out for a long time until I got back in when I moved back to Colorado and found my 35-year-old nitro buggy and my 24 scale little on-road car. And that's what got me back into small scale stuff. I was trying to figure out what I had because I couldn't even remember what it was. And getting the nitro going. And so I got back in when I moved back to Colorado and been in hardcore ever since.
Yeah, no, not hardcore at all. No. You're barely in the hobby.
I'm in like 300 RCs, so I think I'm pretty hardcore.
Dude, thanks again for your time, and I appreciate it. I apologize for not being a very good podcast host, not asking any questions.
Oh no, dude, no. I knew what I was getting into. It's a hangout session. I get it.
Hey, dude, it is, but there's usually some learning that comes along with it. There's not a whole lot, but we try to get some learning in.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I like I said, it's just hard to find a uninterrupted 2 hours to hang out. So I figured the best time was during racing, because otherwise,
you know what? It made it a cool night, man. I really enjoyed it. Because I don't know nothing about that stuff. That's the reason I was so pumped up about it. I get to watch a little. Like I said,
it's not for everybody, but I definitely love it.
Yeah, most I've seen on those is on Mark Santa Maria's channel, and I've seen the Losi NASCAR stuff up front and close because my buddy races them, and I was
What are
going
you doing, Jim?
He started messing with me, and I booted him for a minute. I'll be talking on his channel, and he'll mute me. We had fun. Thanks for coming, brother. Everybody else, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, if you aren't channel members or subscribers, please like, subscribe, do all the clicky, diggling thingy.
Yeah, do that for everybody on the
Make
podcast.
sure you go over and check out ShopMini and
Not
hit
mine.
him up
You don't
on
want
the groups on Facebook if you're on Facebook, because it's a fun time down there, guys.
Yeah, and you can find all the groups that I run, like I said, on theshophobbies.com. It's got all of the groups and all the other social media stuff. And
make sure that in those groups you don't video comment a whole lot, especially whenever you had a screw up. That's the whole deal, man. It said I got a badge for something. I was like, oh, cool, I got a badge. That's the whole reason I was doing it. I was just being screwy. And then it quit where I couldn't delete it because, somebody said something, so I tried to delete it. Well, it wouldn't let me, and then, it is what it is. But it was all a total mistake. I was in so many groups, I didn't realize that I was in one of the groups.
The problem with doing video replies like that in a conversation is it makes it hard for most people to follow the conversation.
Yeah.
You've got like 6 little videos and nobody's going to watch them all. And they're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, at the time, I was having problems with my hands because I beat these things up.
I understand that. That makes sense.
But I didn't realize that I was talking. I just thought I was talking to somebody else who was in the group. And I apologize, But hey, we've had a good time. That's all right. Peace out, Girl Scouts. I'll see y'all for mating season. You know what? It's on you. Love you. Thank you. And see y'all next time. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. I've got to get used to this.